everybody, and welcome to Awesome Talk Season 24, Episode 8 on August 15th, 2025. I think I got that number right. I think I'm correct on that. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Hello to Mom. Hello to Salty Puppy in the chat. Good to see you. Hello again to all my friends. Together we can make some rock and roll. I cannot unmute you guys. You have to unmute yourselves. I don't know why Teams is like, yeah, I'll give the leader of the call the ability to mute, but not the ability to unmute. I mean, maybe that makes sense. Like let's say somebody is muting themselves because they're having a fight with someone in the house or their partner. Maybe it's good that nobody else has the control to unmute you if you're not ready. So maybe that's the reason. Maybe I'm just giving Microsoft too much credit. I'm giving credit to a company that fucking destroyed Skype, which was perfectly fucking fine, and then puts this up instead, which is okay, I guess. Yeah, hi everybody. I'm doing great.
You sure?
No, I'm not sure. I feel like fucking shit. So, but whatever. It is what it is, right? Doesn't matter. That's the world. Hi, everybody. What's up? If you're in the chat, say hello. Any of the chats. All the chats are open across the board there.
Oh, once again, I forgot it was Friday.
Hey, I don't, well, it's fine.
We're all here. Why does Friday come so fast? Like, what the fuck?
It's the craziest thing because I really do feel like we did the show 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, I still have time to, like, actually follow through and make clips from the show and put some promo material out there and shit. And instead, I just struggled through the week that seemed to go by ridiculously fast. And, I mean, not even, like, I don't even remember the weekend. Like.
The weekend. I got to look at plants, but it took forever.
You went to look at plants?
What's a weekend,
The weekend is usually like I rot in bed all day because it's like my one day of the week where I can just like finally stop doing stuff and just relax. But for some reason I was like, I want to go look at plants. I need to look at plants to feel something. Yeah, because I feel like it's been real bleak. The news.
Yeah, the news has been bleak. Yeah, life has been bleak.
What's been going on in the news? I haven't been paying attention.
You haven't seen the DC takeover? Oh, sorry, Rick. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, cut me off. It's just there's absolutely so much that you could point at in the news right now. It's kind of hard to know which direction to point.
The news that I saw was like a breakthrough in quantum physics.
See, that's good for you, dude. Like, you're doing the right thing by curating your feed in such a way where you do that. However, I will say that maybe you have to throw some politics in there because they're getting closer and closer to putting National Guard on your front fucking lawn. And, like, that's kind of becoming an undeniable reality that we're dealing with here. And I don't know what to say about that than I basically just watched Trump gargle Putin's balls in the news. And
yeah, I didn't see any of that. I did see a dick-shaped storm hitting some country, though.
Okay. All right. Well,
I don't know if that counts.
Pat, I'm going to start putting you... We're going to put you in charge of the news from now on.
I don't know what's going on, but there's a dick-shaped storm coming up,
The dick-shaped storm coming up. There's a massive hurricane on the way.
You should have been a weatherman.
Yeah.
You would have been a great weatherman.
I would have been like, look at the balls on this storm.
Hey, Pat, I'm going to tell you something. Back in the day, in the earlier days of Awesome Talk, I wanted to do a weather segment every so often. And, like, maybe we can readopt that and you can just pull up the weather and be like, this is a dick-shaped storm.
I wouldn't mind.
Does it look... does the storm have a set of balls?
Oh, it's got balls. It's got big balls.
So that was going to be my next question, which is... Can a storm look like a dick if there's no balls involved in the shape? Otherwise, it just sort of looks oblong, Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I sent somebody a picture of it earlier today.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm sure I could find it if I scroll back far enough.
I just feel like if there's no undercarriage, you can't really go, oh, that looks like a dick, unless the head of it is very mushroomed. I mean, it has to be very, very specifically detailed like that. Otherwise, it's just a stick, right? Like it doesn't, Am I wrong?
I don't want to think
There
about
it is in the
that.
chat.
Oh, I see it. That does look like a dick.
Okay, let me.
It's a small dick with giant balls.
Big old balls.
Let's take a look here. Okay, all right. This is all right. Wait a minute. Let me pull this up. Yeah, that looks like it's a weird dick, though. It's a weird dick. It's pointy. Okay, you don't really see many dicks that are thin at the top and thick at the bottom. Most dicks aren't tree trunk like in that way. They're usually one straight line, like it's the same from start to finish. It just sort of rounds off at the top.
Yeah.
I
haven't seen enough dicks to really make that call. So
I don't think you need to see many to understand that. I agree with you that this looks like a dick, but it's a strange dick.
Maybe
it's
what?
definitely uncircumcised.
I was gonna say it looks like an uncircumcised dick.
You guys think that looks uncircumcised?
Like a
Got like a hoodie.
like a soft uncircumcised one.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sure. Is that what all that shit is? Around it? It's just sort of like
Maybe.
Okay, so okay, so how can I put this? I don't know if you can see you can't see my mouse. So you've got this sort of purple and red in the center, right? And then you've got the oh, you can see my mouse. Great.
No, I think the yellow is not part of the storm, I don't think.
This landmass here.
Maybe
that's Taiwan?
Yeah.
Apparently.
So the landmass to me,
I don't know, I guess the yellow is part of the storm.
yeah. Some of it.
Couldn't tell you.
I can't tell you. I'm not sure.
I'm
not sure about this. I'm not sure about any of this.
Taiwan's just the vagine in this picture. That's
Taiwan's, it looks like the vagine. And actually it says rams into, by the way, as well, which I find to be unexpected language, given the shape.
Curious choice of words.
Right, because does a storm really ram, if you think about it? It floats over, even if it's strong. Like a car rams into a wall or another car, right? But a storm doesn't ram into something. Nothing's moving.
No.
It just goes over and through.
I suppose.
Yeah.
It's probably ramming into some trees and shit.
Definitely.
Or causing some tree ram.
Some tree ram.
Some tree ramming. Why do people like to mute other people? Dude, just watch politics these days. There's a lot of people I'd like to mute.
Perma mute.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Like have a little remote.
But they still live. For the FBI agent watching, I didn't say they still live. They're permanently mute, but they're still alive.
Right. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. There's lots of ways to mute. You know what I mean? Some of it's just as simple as picking up the TV.
Yeah.
A TV controller. Yeah.
Just mute forever. But they're still alive. Please don't send me to El Salvador.
Yeah, please. No business there. I won't make it a day.
I probably would run that place though by the end of it. I think I would be great there. Because I would just be like, all right, guys, let's just get to work. Start making pupusas. Let's go. You handle that.
Let's get to work.
Get cooking.
Put the music on. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sooner or later, you get an uprising going.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And if you can get the hell out of there.
That's my plan. Yeah.
You're undocumented, right? Like, if you find your way back, I mean, you're not, but like a lot of people in there, if you find your way back, They don't even know who they're looking for.
Nope. Those people don't even exist today.
No, man. It'd be the freest anyone's ever been.
It would be great. We would take over the prison. Our pupusas would be the best, and that's how we'd win the guards over.
Right.
And then we'd just take over from there.
I'd probably be a fan if I were a guard. I'd be like, these are so good.
Yeah. You could have this for forever. Just gotta let us go.
You just gotta let us go. And I'd be like, I don't know about this. I think you guys are trying to pull a fast one on me.
Oh.
And I just let everybody out.
Yeah. Everyone out. We just make our way back to wherever. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Is China still trying to take over Taiwan, or is that like not a thing anymore?
Probably.
Sarah, you muted.
I think yes. Yes, sir.
Eventually.
I didn't think they were going to stop, but
Eventually they will
know.
take it over. Yeah. I mean, that's just... It's just inevitable at this point. It's like, really, what's stopping them?
Yeah.
A little bit of water.
A little bit of water.
And U.S. boats driving through that water all the time.
I don't think we care about that anymore.
Did I ever tell you that I knew a guy who was actually like, I don't know if he was the captain or like vice captain or something like that of one of the ships that has to drive through there, through that strait to like police to make sure stays a free open water.
No.
It's like a show. It's like a show of force that they do. They drive a bunch of like cruisers and destroyers through there.
I'm so fucking bored with governments all waving their dicks around all the time. I'm so bored with it. Like, we get it, man. You guys all have power. You give a shit about all the land. You have all the money. You fucked up all the resources. Like, just leave everything the fuck alone at this point. Everything's just worse. It just gets worse all the time. Just leave it alone. Why do you need Taiwan, China? Why? Why do you need that?
It used to be China.
They make a lot of chips and stuff there, right?
But like, what's the difference?
They have manufacturing plants already made there.
Sure. And what, China doesn't make enough stuff? They have to take Taiwan?
Well, I mean, I don't know. China's been kind of ruining their own land with all that shit, so they're probably like, we got to spread this out a little.
Maybe it's time to move on. Come up with a different way.
You know how big China is? China's fucking huge.
There's a lot of China that's unusable, though.
Yeah, that's true. But it's still pretty big.
Figure it out. Make it usable. Build an underground city.
They already have that.
Like...
They got everything you could think of. I always say they won. It's just a matter of everybody else figuring it out.
Yeah.
Because, if you look at, I remember that time they banned TikTok and I went on Chinese TikTok.
Yeah.
And I was utterly and completely shocked by how advanced everything was. I mean, I knew it was advanced over there, but I didn't think how advanced.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wow, that's it, it's over. They won. It's GG's. They have technology that we couldn't even think of.
Yeah.
That it's like whole cities that are real life cyberpunk cities. It's insane.
Totally.
But
yeah.
I mean,
listen, the United States, this is I hate to break it to everybody, but this is a subpar worker colony.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Everything here is more expensive. Everybody works way harder than they should ever have to. Everybody is sick. Medical coverage sucks. I think I said that twice now in two different ways. And we're behind on everything all the time.
Yeah.
And we're run by big cults. Big stupid cults run everything all the time. And it's weird. And everybody works too much. And nobody can make ends meet. And billionaires fucking own everything and they do whatever they want. They're the wardens. They're the wardens over the giant sea to shining sea prison that we fucking live in.
It's just a conglomerate of 50 third world condition states, I think.
Yeah.
Somebody actually did that. They took every single state and they compared the GDP and like the quality of life comparatively with each country. And it
Yeah.
was like if you live in like Pennsylvania, your quality of life, like the GDP matches that of Romania, but your quality of life is significantly worse.
Yeah.
you, like I think
Yeah.
Pennsylvania outperforms Romania like in terms of the amount of money that's generated, but everything else is like way more, like the cost of food is way more expensive, the cost of housing is way more expensive,
Yeah.
and you know healthcare is way more expensive. And I think New Jersey was on par with Taiwan maybe or something else. I don't remember. It was like really weird.
I think it's a
What?
weird full circle moment, by the way, considering I still have Taiwan up on the screen,
Yeah.
and we live in New Jersey. Like how it's a loop. We're in a fucking loop.
Uh,
I
what the
could
hell
just-
does New Jersey even do besides like beach tourism and
What do
lot
we
of
do here?
Atlantic City
manufacturing.
maybe?
A
Yeah.
lot of manufacturing,
Yeah, it's like
ton of
manufacturing.
manufacturing.
Yeah.
And also there's
And-
just a lot of like rich people that live here.
Yeah, we're also we're sort of stuck
We're
in
like
the
a commuter
vortex.
state.
Yeah, but we're stuck
And then
in the
DuPont poisoned our state.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we're at the vortex of Philadelphia and New York.
Mhm.
So we get all of that traffic as well.
Yeah, we
It's-
get driven through a lot. Yeah.
It's I think it's great for arts culture. I think the arts culture in New Jersey is fucking probably second to fucking none. Maybe California is next, but like I'm sorry, but like the music and arts culture in New Jersey is probably better than everywhere. Somebody's gonna give me hate for that. They're gonna yell at me about fucking Detroit or LA or some shit like that. And I'm sorry, but as a state, there isn't a single county that doesn't have a major, massive arts scene all the time. And that's consistent for decades like that.
That is true.
Agree.
And I think it's because we're sandwiched between two major cities and we're on
Yeah.
the coast. And we're extraordinarily diverse
And very densely populated.
and very densely popular. All those things together, yeah,
Yeah.
it makes
Yeah.
for a creative landscape.
I love New Jersey. I do.
I think it's funny when people get off the plane, all I see is like factories and shit, like the refineries, the oil
Yeah, right.
refineries and stuff.
You're like, this is the Garden State? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, you just see fumes and you're like,
Yeah.
what?
Where am
right.
I?
Like
What
fumes
is
coming off of
this?
every fucking building in Newark.
Everything.
You can't
More-
get away
Oh,
from
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
You drive through Secaucus and it's just like a marshy wasteland.
So you
Like-
say Secaucus.
Mhm.
So that's what Sarah says too. She says Secaucus. Now my grandmother lived there for years, and she always said Sea Caucus. And I wonder
Oh.
if it's because she had an accent that I just never realized or what. But all of them, all my family who lived there for years, I grew up hearing people say, "Oh, back when we used to live in Sea Caucus," and that's how they used to put the inflection on the word. But almost everybody else I know outside of people who lived there, aka my members of my family, most other people I've heard call it Secaucus.
Not
Yeah,
Secaucus? It's not Secaucus?
Secaucus?
Secaucus.
That's just how I remembered how to spell it at one point.
Secaucus sounds like a shady place.
Secaucus.
Yeah. Like you're out one night, you meet somebody at a bar, like, you want to come back to my place? Where do you live? Secaucus.
It's so
I'm not
sick.
going there.
It's sick.
I'm not going
Secaucus.
there. Secaucus. No thanks. I'd rather go to Staten Island.
Ugh.
Nope.
Nope.
Sorry.
Thanks. I'd rather go to Garbage Island.
What's the difference?
It's funny because they used to be like
There
the
is-
world's largest dump.
It is a fucking garbage dump. It's literally
Yeah.
a garbage dump that they converted.
Yep.
Sorry, Staten Islanders. I can't stand it there. Like I've been there maybe I think that one time in my life I can remember, and I just remember being unable to escape.
Yeah,
like a- It was like I couldn't get out. I could see the bridge, but I couldn't get to it. I couldn't get out.
That's so real. My sister lives in Staten Island, and I think everybody that lives in Staten Island hates it. It's so
Yeah.
funny. They're like, "Oh no, dude, I'm stuck here. I hate it. You gotta
Yeah, it's
drive
like-
$20 to get in and out. It's
Yeah,
nuts."
fuck that. It's like living on the outer rim in almost any sci-fi show.
Yeah.
It's such a weird place.
Like everybody who lives in the outer rim of any sci-fi show, they always live in the shit ass part of the universe where the galaxy where no one wants to go.
Yeah.
And everyone fucking hates it there.
Yeah.
That's where they sent the replicants in Blade Runner to go work.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean
man.
the BQE takes you to so many better places than that. You could just get off earlier
Yeah.
and be
Yeah.
at a nicer spot.
Oh, with the BQE.
You gotta wonder how some of these places developed a name for themselves where they're so famous. Like Staten Island. Like, if I weren't from around here and I was visiting, I might hear that and be like, oh, I've heard of this place, Staten Island.
Do you know the story behind Staten Island?
I'm not sure.
So back in like whenever the fuck, New York and New Jersey both claimed Staten Island as their own.
Okay. Yeah, great job, guys.
So for years it was going back and forth. Like they would claim it, and so they got tired of it, and eventually they did a boat race. They got the top guy from New Jersey and the top guy from New York and raced.
Yeah.
And New York won.
Good.
And then that was how they got the island finally. So
To
Well,
To
thank you,
win-
that guy. Thank you to
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah, thank you.
yeah,
A hero.
that could have
To
been part of
win-
New Jersey. We got lucky.
Yeah, could have been. To win Okay, so two questions. One, if New Jersey had one, would we have a free bridge to Staten Island, or would we have to pay for the
No,
bridge?
it would. We would still have to fucking pay to get there.
Definitely have to pay to get there.
Because
That's
you
some
gotta
bullshit.
you gotta cross over a little tiny portion of New York, I think, to get there.
Yeah, but if it's New Jersey, right, and I'm paying New Jersey taxes, I'm already pissed off about the
You
Garden
pay
State Parkway.
tolls, don't you?
That's what I just said. The Garden
So
State
then
Parkway.
why
can-
wouldn't you pay for the bridge?
It would probably
Just-
be cheaper if you were a New Jersey resident.
See, that's what I'm wondering, right? Like maybe
Yeah.
it's $5 for a New Jersey resident. But
They're not
20
gonna
for
check
everybody else.
IDs at the toll booth.
No, but
Maybe
if you
maybe you'll be able to buy a New Jersey pass.
You're making up so
Yeah.
much shit right now.
Yeah, I'm making up a lot of shit. That's true.
Yeah, we're really what ifing here
The other
definitely
thing I
would-
was
in a
the
different
other thing I was
timeline.
gonna say is, winning anything in a boat race sounds very bougie, and there's nothing bougie about.
Well,
Staten
you
Island.
think about it. It's not like there was many cars back then.
How far
Wait,
back
well,
are
what
we going?
year? Yeah, how far back? Like,
I'm-
is this
I'm-
like
I
the,
think
is
it
this
was
like the
really far back.
1700s or this like 1985?
I don't know.
Like-
I don't know. I
Was
could
it
be
a-
wrong.
Look this up.
Was it a rowboat? I really hope it was.
Oh my god, two fucking lunatics with giant forearms.
Just two little rowboats and two guys with curly mustaches and thick accents. One with a thick Staten Island accent, one with a thick New Jersey accent.
Yeah, right.
Like,
The New Jersey guy's eating a pork roll while he
One guy-
rows.
you're like, both boats are full. We gave you everything you needed to survive. One of them's a bunch of fucking bagels and pork rolls. The other one is fucking, what, cannoli?
Bacon,
That
egg, and
sounds right.
cheese.
Cannoli and Ray's Pizza.
Ooh.
Let's see. Staten Island boat race between New Jersey and New York. Let's see what comes up. According to the story, oh boy, this is crazy. According to the story, the Duke of York supposedly asked English naval captain Christopher Billop in 1668 to sail around Staten Island in under 24 hours to claim it for New York. If Billop failed to do it, New Jersey would claim Staten Island.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, okay, that's what it was.
However, it's not supported by historical evidence.
Fuck all that.
Yeah, it's 2025. We don't do things by evidence anymore.
Like we what do we need facts? Get out of here.
Not in Trump's America. No facts needed.
No facts. No.
Sometimes a good story is better than the actual truth, you know?
Sometimes it is. Sometimes.
Sometimes. This might be one of them.
Let's see. While there was a long-standing dispute over Staten Island ownership, the island ultimately became part of New York not through race, but through a combination of historical events and political decisions, including a 1998 Supreme Court case.
What?
What was the
1998?
case?
I guess it
where-
wasn't official until they finally went to Supreme Court with it.
Okay, hold on. I'm hitting up the Reddit now. Now we're getting deep.
Staten Island should have claimed independence.
What's the real lore? We gotta know.
Yeah, we have to know.
Okay, hold on. So let's get the real story. You know what? This is taking too long. I'm just going to pull up Gemini. We'll ask Gemini.
There you go.
That'll be much faster. Here we go. People get a bitch. Oh, we're using AI.
I know the name came from like a tribe of Indians or something. It was like, or Native Americans.
Let's see. Let's see.
Lenape,
Here we go.
Lenape, maybe the Lenape Indians.
Hi, Gemini.
Hi there. What can I help you with today?
What up?
Gemini, why and how did Staten Island become a part of New York and not New Jersey?
That's a fun question. The answer involves a little bit of history and a lot of debate. See, back in the 1600s, both New York and New Jersey were English colonies, and Staten Island was caught in the middle. There was a big dispute over who it belonged to, with both sides making claims. It wasn't until around 1687 that it was officially decided that Staten Island would be part of New York. The decision was based on a few factors, including land grants and some strategic considerations.
Didn't even
Gemini,
mention the
what
vote.
happened in
Damn.
1998 with the Supreme Court involving the ownership of Staten Island?
Ah, you're talking about the big Supreme Court case, New Jersey v. New York. That was a fun one. Basically, there was this whole debate about Ellis Island and who
Everything's
owned
fun to
what.
her.
The Supreme Court had to step in and figure out the border between the two states. It all came down to a treaty from way back in 1834. The court decided that New York owned the original island, but New Jersey owned the parts that were created later by filling in the water. So it's kind of split between them.
Are you talking about Ellis Island or Long Island? Or
That,
Staten
that
Island?
sounds accurate.
Ellis Island.
Oh, sorry about that.
Probably Ellis
Okay,
Island, yeah.
okay, well, anyway, thank you, Gemini. That was great. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm
Every-
glad I could help.
The
Do
Statue
you
of
have any
Liberty
other
was
questions for me
also
today?
in question for a long time.
No, we have no more questions, Gemini. You can take a rest.
Like
Okay, well, I'm here if you need me.
New Jersey just tried to like claim so many things
Yeah,
and
sure.
failed. Like the Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island, like basically all that shit out there. They were like, nah,
Yeah,
fuck off.
sure. Yeah.
Who are you again? New Jersey?
Fuck that. I'll tell you what, man. I'd rather live in New Jersey than New York.
Oh.
Tell you that much. And I like New York. I'm not dissing New York.
Which part
but
of New York though?
Yeah,
I mean,
which
like
part?
the city.
Any part of New York, but I will tell you this. I would be interested, depending on what year it is, I would be interested in living in Manhattan for a little while just to experience that. Now, I did go to college there, and I did spend some time in Brooklyn at my dad's place. And it was cool, but
But didn't your father live in Bay Ridge?
yeah, he lived in Bay Ridge.
Oh
yeah.
no way!
He lived
Where's
in
Bay
Brooklyn.
Ridge?
He lived. I'm not really sure how to say where he lived. I just remember there was water there and a street called Cropsey Avenue or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
so by the park.
Yes.
Oh,
think
I know.
so.
I know exactly where that. I went to high school in Bay Ridge.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. 74th
And then
Street.
Occasionally we would walk. Well, did we walk the whole way? We might have drove a little bit. But there was a restaurant in Brooklyn we would go to all the time named Embers, and that was kind of within walking distance of his apartment. He lived right on the fault line between the Russians and the Italians.
The fault
I
line.
know
Yeah.
exactly where
The
that
the
is.
literal fault line. Like on one side of the road it was all Russians, and
Yeah.
if you crossed the street it was all Italians.
Yep. The
There was a
Russians are
couple
still
spots
there.
like that. There was the Irish and Italian line. That's where my
Yeah,
dad
sure.
lived.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And
You never went to Rollin' Roaster when you were there?
No, I never went there.
Damn. Fucked up.
What
You
is
would've
Rollin'
loved-
Roaster?
You would have loved Rollin' Roaster. Everyone here and everyone watching has to go to Rollin' Roaster if you're ever in Brooklyn. It's been around probably for forever, but it's just like it's like old school, like cheeseburgers on a grill. You get a whole bottle of champagne for $60 there, and then they do the hot roast beef sandwich that's
Yeah.
like dipped in the juice, and
Oh,
they have the like the big potato, like the French fries are like the they look like potato chips, like thick potato chips.
Yeah,
And you put
yeah,
it with
sure.
cheese and the cheese sauce, and if you put
Yeah.
ketchup in the cheese sauce, it melts together, so it
I know
creates
exactly
one
what you're talking
sauce.
about. Yep.
Oh, I love Rolling Roaster. It's so good.
What you just told me about the cheese sauce and the can you mute what you just said about the cheese sauce and the ketchup reminded me of Windmill. If you ever eaten at Windmill, they give you the
Yes.
cheese for the fries, and if you put some ketchup into that cheese sauce, the blend is ideal.
Bro, that cheese, I don't know what they did to it over the years, but
Yeah.
that fried cheese that they use is like
Yeah,
instant heartburn now. Like
Ooh.
instant.
Maybe.
Like I don't even get heartburn from anything, but that instantly gives it to me.
I was gonna say, you sure you haven't crossed an age?
Nah,
where
man.
it's just
Nah.
heartburn.
Definitely not. Dude, my stomach's
Because
like
I gotta
iron
say,
for
like
everything
when I was
else.
20 years old, I could eat anything and it was totally fine. And now I'm like, oh, I had
No,
I
I'm
had a
telling
little
you.
too much water, and now I have heartburn.
Everybody says it. Like everybody. Yeah, maybe it's just this windmill over here, but it's like fake. I don't know. It's like weird cheese now.
It comes out of a can, I think. I think they get the big gallon cans
Oh,
and they
Whatever.
just pour it
Yeah.
into the thing.
No
yeah.
bueno.
Yeah.
definitely.
Don't like it.
It's a
I guess-
bummer, man. Go ahead.
I guess the Windmill is kind of like Rolling Roaster, but Rolling Roaster does roast beef.
Okay. Yeah.
Different. Oh, it's so good.
You know what I still haven't done is Cat's Deli.
I mean, oh my God, I was just talking about that the other night, man. I
Yeah,
just the
I
other
wanna
night
get one of
said,
those fucking sandwiches so
dude,
bad.
they got sandwiches that are like $30.
It's like $50 for the one I want. It's like stupid ridiculous. And it's
Yeah, but
just
the
fucking
way that you-
pastrami or whatever the fuck, you know? It's
It's not
like,
just pastrami. When they put that shit on Instagram, I could smell it through the phone. Like I can taste the phone when I see it pop up on Instagram. It's the
it does
best
look pretty good,
looking
doesn't it?
food I've ever seen in my fucking life, and it should be, considering how long they've been there and how famous they are.
Well, it's not the same owners anymore.
No, but it's been there for a long time.
But you gotta imagine that if it has been there a long time, it's been passed along by people who are going to carry on
Yeah.
those traditions and only expound upon them rather than diminish them.
Yeah, Cats is legit. Love Cat's Deli.
It's
Oh,
like Scorantino's Pizza in South Amboy, New Jersey. That is the best pizza. They use a brick oven that's like 100 years old. And they used to be in Perth Amboy, but they moved years back into South Amboy. But it's the same fucking oven. It's the same recipe, the same everything. They're there for 100 years. It's the absolute nothing. You will never call anything else pizza again for the rest of your life if you eat there. And it should be that way because if you've been doing it that long consistently and you've held that name for that long, you better be doing something right.
yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I know. It just feels weird. Like I was born in New York and I've never actually been there.
Oh, I would
guess
live in
it's-
New York again.
Yeah.
I would, but you know what? I would do it. There was a specific time in New York when it was like really good. It was the Obama
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
It was primo. It was gentrification hadn't like destroyed everything. Like the Chick-fil-A wasn't in Williamsburg yet.
Right.
It was still kind of gritty, but it was still cool.
Yeah. Listen, when it comes to gentrification, there's always a sweet spot. There's always a landing strip going into it where you've got this buffer zone between, when you didn't want to go there and the gentrification when it was like really, really fucking good. And then the gentrification fully comes in like a waterfall and just turns everything into $6 million condos.
Yeah. It's, once I saw that Chick-fil-A, I was like, oh, it's over. Goodbye.
Yeah.
But when Obama was president, you could go out with $20 and have a great time. I would just leave.
Man.
I would just leave the house sometimes. No, no nothing. No wallet. No ID.
Yeah.
$20 doesn't even get you a pizza anymore.
No.
Yeah, I know, right? You can't
Fucking
get pizza
crazy.
with 20. Yeah,
It
it's crazy.
is. Yeah.
It's crazy. But don't worry, our president said inflation's down, prices are down, everything's
Oh
the
yeah,
best it's
is
ever
it?
been.
Is it?
Dollars. Yeah, he said that gas is $1.98 everywhere. It's not the $3.17 I paid this afternoon when I had to take my cat to the vet. No.
Did he also
$1.98.
mention that he's senile and that's like 20 years
No.
ago prices.
He didn't mention it. He didn't mention
Yeah.
it, but it seems accurate.
Because that's what it sounds like, if that's what he thinks.
Well, they want everything to go back 40 years. I mean, that's what they're trying to. They're trying to recreate the 1980s, but it's just not working because it's not who we are as a species anymore.
The 80s weren't that great.
No, they weren't. But the
From
perception
what
was
I
that
heard
they
and
were.
seen about it, nope.
It was good for rich people. They were fucking banging whores and snorting fucking coke like it was their job in the 1980s. And you know, and now and like you know, this is like we're like dealing with like his midlife crisis, but he's 79. It's like a late not life crisis. It's weird. Did I just say something
79.
awesome?
No,
Who,
he's
Trump?
79.
Trump, yeah, he's 79. Putin's
didn't-
72.
I didn't know he was 79. I thought he was like 76.
No, man, he's. Let me look. Don't.
It's
I
not
don't
much
wanna
of a
be liar.
difference.
No, I mean, but it kind of is someone
79.
of his size.
He
And-
turned 79 June 14th. He was born in 1946.
Oh God.
Yeah, man.
Well, there's not that much time left for him then.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. You know.
Well, you know, I
once
know what
worked
I'll
with
be doing that day.
Yeah, I think a lot of us do. I once worked with someone who told me that evil takes a long time to die.
Yeah, but when that happens,
Yeah.
I'm getting a black and mild wood tip.
It's true, man.
The good shit.
It's true though. You saw that
The
Rothschild.
wine
dude.
flavored ones.
The wine wood tip black and
The
mild.
wine with tip, yeah.
You saw the Rothschild guy. He got like 8 heart transplants.
I know, man. They
Oh,
just
God.
got unlimited hearts for this guy. All they got to do is fix the outer suit.
Yeah.
Just get that. Look, man.
Dude, that's 8 people that could have lived, but he
Yeah.
took those hearts.
I'm telling you, man, they are trying to wait this out, dude. Dude, by the 2040s, at the latest, there's going to be genomic drugs. There are going to be advancements in how to preserve the human body. People are going to live for hundreds of fucking years.
Well,
That might be us.
Just gonna be working more.
Yeah, you know, right? They're like, oh, good, you're living 600 years. Here's 6 jobs.
You can retire when you're 100.
Yeah, go and enjoy capitalism and democracy.
Oh boy.
Capitalism. What a disease.
79.
79. Yeah, man. And people are always like, oh, Bernie's too old. I'm like, Bernie's like 3 years older than Donald Trump. Like,
Yeah.
what's too old, man? And besides, man, when people say certain people are too old, it's because they're too old at heart. Some people are fresh all the time, man. Bernie's fresh all the time.
I don't know, man. Bernie kind of like, I think he lost interest after the DNC fucked him.
No, dude, he's doing a tour right now.
Like, interest in running for office and shit like
Well,
that.
he was asked on a show a week ago if he was going to run for president again. And he kind of like took a deep breath and paused for a minute. And he's like, listen, I'm 82 years old.
Yeah.
And
It's
he's
over for
like,
him.
but he
Yeah.
didn't say no either. And he's just like, you know, we need a lot of energy in government right now. And I also like when somebody says that. Like Bernie going like, look, I'm this age, perhaps maybe I should step aside. It's like a noble thing to do. Maybe a little too noble at times. I wish Mitt Romney hadn't quit, but I mean, of all the Republicans in the world that I feel like I wish were still around because I noticed something reasonable about them somewhere, it was Mitt Romney.
Imagine
And
if
also-
right now Pat was getting a call about his ducks.
Oh.
It was just an update
Oh,
on what's going on in the
Yeah.
pond.
Oh, so the ducks are calling him from the pond?
Wouldn't that be just the best?
He's like, hey, what's up, Pat? It's Mallard.
We're at a feed.
We're
The
at a
squirrels
feed,
are
bud.
fucking with us again.
Yeah, they're like, no, we're
I
not.
keep bothering them.
He's
Just check
lying.
the camera. Check the camera.
Check the camera. People are on his fucking Twitch feed, and they're like, yo, those damn squirrels are at it again.
Do something. Help
Do
us.
something. Help.
What the squirrels do.
They're fucking with the ducks.
Yeah, we thought maybe you got a call from the duck pond.
Oh no, that was my mom.
Aw.
Had to take it,
Yeah.
especially at 10:30 at night. Like
Right.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
Is,
what's going on?
is everything okay?
Are you okay? Like, but yeah.
I hope that one of these days we can all just go out and just stay out till 4 a.m. and just get fucked up all night. That's what I really want to do. I just want to go out because you're like, oh, it's 10:30 at night. And I'm like, I just want to go out and fucking get fucked up and just not come home to the next day type of shit.
Yeah. Leave the house with nothing and just have a great time.
Just come back with just coming down off a bunch of shit and just like, what the hell just happened? What just like, it just feels like a, you know what I'm talking about.
There's been
there.
quite a couple nights that I didn't even know how I got home to New Jersey.
Sure. Yeah, sure. That's
Like,
the thing, yeah.
like I teleported, like I blinked out, and then I'm in New Jersey in my driveway. Like, oh fuck, hey.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll have days like that again. I think
Yeah.
about that all the time. Like, because now that I'm living in the city
Yeah.
and I'm like going outside more, I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't see anybody else outside really.
Yeah.
I mean, I see people outside, but I'm like, these people all have money. They're not
Yeah.
poor. I was broke when I was going outside.
Yeah, right,
Literally
right.
with like, you could buy a beer for like $2. And
Fuck
now I'm
that.
like, oh, can't
I
do
want
that.
us all to get together. I want to hit the bar first, and then go to a fucking like a goth club, and then like go to a rave, and then just like take whatever fucking drugs anyone gives us, and then we just fucking just keep drinking all night, and then we just end up somewhere the next morning.
I'll do that
just-
without the drugs.
I don't take unknown people's drugs.
Just follow my fantasy. I don't really expect any of us to do this.
All right.
And I also wouldn't really do it if I was out there. Either. I'd be like, what is this? I'd be looking up on pill.com. Like, the fuck is this?
Nah.
Like, no,
Nah, definitely
no,
not
thank
happening.
you.
No thanks. I'm high on life.
Thanks. I will stick with my wine cooler.
The most
Thank
I've
you.
ever taken or done was weed from somebody else. That's it.
Sure,
I don't
sure.
trust anything else that somebody hands me.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that kind of thing. My one friend, he accidentally smoked crack once, because of some shit like that. He was at a party.
Accidentally.
It was accidental. He was at a party and he had a bowl for weed with him, and the girl whose house it was had the identical same bowl. And then he was like fucked up late at night, and he just picked up the bowl and started smoking. He's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And she comes running into the room, and she's just like, "Did you smoke this?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Why?" He's like, "There's crack in here." And I was like, "So then what happened?" He's like, "Then," he goes, "I was high on crack."
Oh
That's
man.
kind of like how I ended up smoking angel dust that one time.
Yeah. Dude,
My-
see, you got to be careful with
Yeah.
these things.
I had no idea it was in it.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy though.
Angel dust sounds
it was
Fun.
a wild fucking time. Holy shit. I
Did
would
you have
never
fun
do
at
it again
least?
though.
Yeah,
No.
did you have fun at least, or were you like,
Oh,
my
it was
God?
it was amazing. It was one of the best
Okay.
fucking experiences ever.
Okay, all right.
I was so fucking out of it that it was like everything. was
Sometimes
awesome.
you just gotta take drugs that people give you. You know what I mean? Just hope for the best.
But yeah, I wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't do it on purpose.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Like it lasted a really long time too. Like way longer than it should have probably.
the angel dust.
Like hours.
Was it the 90s?
Dude, it was like my prom night. So it was like
Okay, so
Probably
yeah, it's the
Prom
90s, yeah.
night?
Yeah, that makes sense.
What?
it was like junior prom night, not even actual prom.
What a fucked up time. My friend used to get fucked up on Special K when he was 14 in the fucking mall on purpose. He would like try to actively get into a K-hole. Like that's where we were.
Yeah, that's not good. You can't be
No.
around that. He's gonna fucking crack his head on the pavement and you're gonna be standing next to him.
It was like 1996. I mean, it's not still going on.
What, people taking ketamine?
No, people take ketamine now, but they
All
just
the time.
order it through a website for mental health now.
Oh,
They don't, steal it from a truck or whatever the fuck.
what?
Like,
How do you even get the idea to do that?
that's a good question. Like, why was that
I
a
mean,
thing at the time?
yeah,
Why were
that's-
people doing so much Special K in the mid 90s?
I never thought that would be like a mid '90s kind of drug.
Oh, that was huge.
That's
for a minute.
crazy.
Yeah, huge
I-
for a minute. And I had
I-
friends who used to do it at the mall, and they would try to get in a K-hole on purpose, which is like as near death as you can get.
It's crazy.
And but they're like 14. I mean, it's the 90s. We're different.
14?
generations. Yeah. And
I saw one of my best
normal.
friends almost crack his head on the pavement because of that, and my other friend had to catch his head, just like I was telling you with the stairs.
Oh, yeah,
but
with the stairs, yeah.
but this wasn't. There was no stairs. He was just leaning up against a car. But he was like, he's a heavy guy, so
Sure.
that momentum when he hit the ground, it was
yeah,
it like would have whipped his head into the fucking pavement, and
sure.
he would have been just cracked. So my friend fucking fucked up his hand trying to catch his head.
Because he was a weighty fellow.
There was no way you were gonna stop him from falling. You can't catch him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We weren't. None of us were strong enough for that by ourselves.
Yeah.
You know. So
Yeah.
he just went for the head, and
Sure.
he might even like use his foot. I don't even remember. Like it was. He fucked something up though. I think he fucked his hand up.
I wonder if I know who it is. There's this big guy used to do heroin in the park. In,
No
Red
heroin.
Bank.
No heroin.
Okay, all right.
No.
Listen, we're going to go ahead and take our break. It's our mid-show break time, guys. We're going to be back in 5 minutes. So go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead, and I guess I'll try to mute you guys. I think I'm allowed to do that. Oh, no, you've muted yourself, and you're good to go. You're good to go. And we'll be back in 5 minutes, folks, and we'll be picking up this riveting conversation. So do me a favor and call all your kids and family and friends and roommates from whatever mental health facility you're staying in, and let them know that we're here and that they should tune in for the show. And we'll be back in 5 minutes.
it's hard to get up and pretend we aren't all melting in a system of multiplying nightmarish horrors. Take a breath. We'll sift through this together. Tune into Awesome Talk every Friday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern on Twitch.
Hello, everybody. We are back. Welcome back to the show. All right. Let's see. Where are we? Where are we? And we keep doing this thing all day. In my house, we're just like, oh, a couple of hours have gone by. What insane, awful thing is going on in the world now? But I will say that I really love Gavin Newsom's tweets where he's mocking Trump. It's the greatest thing like I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's crazy. But good for him.
Good for him, right? I feel like he's like, to me, he was just a governor before. Now he's really starting to, like, I feel like I'm watching somebody in real time get what it means to have to defend something for real and put yourself out there 120% in order to do that. Like, to me, he seems like, I always kind of viewed him as just another career politician, and I didn't really give him much thought. And then he watched a bunch of people get fucked over and become threatened in real time, especially in his own state, and the motherfucker just snapped.
Yeah.
And that's going to be our next president, by the way.
You think so?
I don't think there's any, I don't think you could possibly put another candidate up there. I think in terms of the Democratic Party, people look at Gavin Newsom like he has balls that clank. And I think the Democratic Party's been looking for that for a long time. At the same time, his running mate would be a big fucking deal too. But I still have constantly said for years that Peter Buttigieg is not only a good candidate, but you make him a fucking vice president with Gavin Newsom, you have a pretty fucking, that's a pretty unstoppable team. They're young. They don't give a fuck. They will say
Gavin
anything. They will
Newsom
curse.
will probably pick like a Latino woman as a big middle finger to all of this that's going on in LA.
Yeah, that could be true too.
And that would be the right decision.
But picking a gay man as well has similar energy in this case because it's given the.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. All these people are so fucking moderate.
I mean, at this point, there's no other choice. Like, it's either you gotta go further. It can't be moderate anymore. Just
No, it can't be. And I think that a lot of these even relatively younger, because Gavin Newsom's not young, but he's younger than people we see run for president typically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, I think that some of these people are starting to understand how left
He's
they
not
need to
young
be.
enough.
He's not what?
Like we need someone way younger. Because if you have someone who's been in politics for fucking like however long,
Well, Gavin
they've
Newsom's
already
57.
been. Yeah.
He's not that old.
Yeah,
He's not that old. It's just a different mindset.
I mean,
like
he's not old
Gavin
at all.
Newsom, Gavin Newsom's sort of message is we need to play dirty because they're playing dirty, and when they stop playing dirty, we'll stop playing dirty. And the real message should be we need to be more. We need to be pushier. We need to be more progressive. We need to be on the front lines of getting shit done all the time.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's not the message that anyone I'm interested in. So, I mean,
well, I'm not sure.
That's the only message I'm interested in hearing.
I mean, I'm not sure what the message is exactly, but I will say that I've heard Gavin Newsom say things in regards to that recently that I've never heard before from people who are supposedly moderate, where he has fucking
Yeah, he's pushing them
verbalized how
to be
absolutely
more.
shitty they've been, that they don't listen, that they don't care, that they don't give a shit about compromise. Like, he seems
I
to
just
be
want someone where that's
more
that.
aligned with that.
Like, I want someone who's always saying that.
I think the Democratic Party is going to have to be aligned with that from now on.
Yeah.
Or they're done. Because both parties right now are suffering because of this. Like, I know we all like to make fun of the Republican parties because they're embarrassing. But, you know, as far as the Democratic Party is concerned, they're in trouble too. Like, people who are on the left don't just, like, for those people who don't fucking pay attention, they don't fucking just go after the Republicans on the left. People on the left are pissed off with the left too.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
You know, like, because it's just not good enough.
I mean, I think it was different for him, for Gavin, a little bit, because at that time you couldn't really, like, if you really spoke out about, if you applied that real leftist agenda to stuff, you weren't gonna be elected again. They would have,
You
the
will.
DNC would have made sure of that.
And that's
now-
the people who need to fucking go.
And I
Yeah.
think that's where we are now, though.
Like, why
But they're leaving.
why are we allowing an institution to have the sole job of being a roadblock between people and what they actually want? Because
Yeah.
that's what their sole fucking purpose is.
It seems to be, yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a health insurance company. They're just a middleman in making sure you don't get
But
what you need.
The good thing about it, though, is I'm starting to see people give more of a shit about that. Like, I always talk about, like, I'm always kind of like, fuck Hakeem Jeffries, and I've said that in the show a bunch of times, because his top 3 fucking donors are APAC, BlackRock, and Lockheed Martin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and he's a Democrat, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, but like,
So are the rest
like,
of them, and they all
me-
get paid the same fucking by the same people,
me
except for a
complaining,
couple few.
me complaining about that as somebody who is on the left is becoming it's not a unique thing anymore. Like, I'm starting to see
No.
other people do that too, where they're just like, why are we voting for these fucking people?
Yeah.
Like, they're not helping us. They're in the way. Like, it's just like having Republicans in office is like a quick death, and having Democrats in office has become the slow death. They do all the same shit, but just slower pace. And, you know, their agenda seems to be do it more slowly. Now, at the same time, I will also say that if the Democrats and people on the left do have wins that are good for us, they're going to need to start verbalizing that and making that public more. I have learned more about the good that Joe Biden did in office in the last 6 months than I knew in the last 4 years, because now people are putting a highlighter over some of the things that he did when he was president that were really good and benefit. Now, I still don't think he went far enough by like 95%, but what I'm saying is those things did exist, and they could have, I don't know, they could have gain some momentum, some favor, some like we're just in a world where you have to fucking do that now. But we're also in a world where now, after this shit that's going on, candidates need to be way to the left. Mondami winning in New York is not a fucking accident. It's not a fluke. It's exactly what's supposed to happen when the pendulum swings that far to the right and then it swings back.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I mean, Biden, for all his faults, did do a lot of good stuff. The first thing that he fucked up doing, though, I will die on this hill, was stopping any of the pandemic assistance.
Yeah.
The amount of people that helped is insane. Stopping all of that, horrible choice, horrible decision. I would have expanded it.
Democratic slow death shit.
Yeah.
It's
But
exactly
also-
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, but I wouldn't say at this point, I've felt this way for a while, but I wouldn't even say it's a slow death. I would say it's like a slow progression, too slow to make any real change. But when compared to what we're seeing and what we're dealing with, I'll take that any day. I will.
And that's kind of the problem, though, because I'm not saying I disagree with you, but like that's sort of what they keep doing to us. Like, I feel like Trump is punishment for us not accepting Democrats being as moderate as they are.
Yeah.
Like, we were supposed to be okay with that. We were supposed to be okay with Hillary Clinton. We were supposed to be okay with Kamala Harris. We were supposed to be okay with these billionaire-backed super fucking Democrat moderates, and we weren't. So what do we get both times? We get Donald Trump. And
I mean, I I agree with that, but I also like take issue with the fact that like everything that's happening now was already out public information,
yeah,
and it was, I always say it's like everybody failed an open book test. Like we knew
yeah,
it was going to be this bad. There
they're
was,
still failing it.
and absolutely still failing it. Like flunking, like you're like forget you're not even you failed out of school. Like you're done. Like you go
Yeah.
work in the fields, go work in the mines.
Yeah,
But like I remember reading some of the Project 2025 stuff and being like, oh wow, this is really bad. This
Yeah.
is like this is alarm bells should be going off for everyone.
yeah,
Because and like faced with the faced with the alternative, um I would have picked the alternative 1,000%.
sure.
However, the alternative was not a great choice, and that's no one's fault. That's not anyone's fault at all, except for
It's
the
the DNC's
DNC.
fault.
Yeah, she wasn't democratically elected. Number one, she
Right.
was a
Big problem.
she was a moderate candidate. She was a highly unpopular VP.
Yes.
And would have and didn't even scratch the surface of stuff that would have helped people to
Yeah.
just like
It
not
was
be
too much,
fucked over.
too much business as usual politics, and
Yeah.
that's my problem with what the Democratic Party has become. It's
Mine
very
too.
business as usual. Nothing ever gets better. It just stays exactly as bad from start to finish. And like we need real moves, big
Yeah.
moves. And I also think Sarah's right, because if you get a guy like Gavin Newsom, it's like, dude, okay, so are you pushing more toward the left, or are you just
No.
pushing back against this guy?
Yeah.
Because if he could continue this level of energy and momentum about what it means to be on the left, then I think he could make real fucking actual change. But if once they calm down, he's like, all right, time to be bipartisan again, it's like, that's why we keep failing. And I'm starting to think you fuckers are doing it on purpose.
Well, why don't
Yes.
you see Hannah Montana
Yes.
and Miley Cyrus together in the same room?
Right.
But you do see them in the same room. They eat lunch together. They have the same
Yeah.
fucking donors. Like they're literally in the same room for their
One
jobs.
just wears a wig.
Listen, the other day, I don't know if anyone saw it. Elizabeth Warren fell down. She like fell backwards and sort of tripped over the little pedestal things. And Ted Cruz ran to catch her. They hang out. It's fucking their job to hate. Like maybe there's some hate now because the Republicans are breaking more rules than the Democrats allow them to break normally. But they get their money from the same fucking people, man. Doesn't that make them on the same team? They're not on poor people's team.
No, of course not. We pay for all their, bills, healthcare.
Someone tried to put in a fucking bill to make it to where people in Congress can't buy stocks. They basically were like, we can't fucking have that pass. Fuck you guys. Are you nuts? Like, how can you do that? It's like, whose team are they on?
Yeah. I mean, I think now more than ever, there's definitely a clearer side of the team between the people who want things to go on as they are or were, and everybody just be comfortable with the amount of suffering they get. And then the people who are like, no, we need to, everyone's got to suffer. We want them to, like that one lady said, I want them to be traumatized.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's the teams now. It's people who want to just totally get rid of democracy in America as we know it, and install
that's what tech is doing.
Yes,
that's what's coming. That's like this has been so like talked about to like such a degree, and it still blows my mind how much the media tends to focus on the religion, that like the religion aspect of all this. There's two separate groups that infiltrated our government, and they did it together, even though their needs are incredibly different, because the way up to both of those things looked pretty identical. So they were using each other. And basically, in my opinion, I feel like they just figured that once they got through all the hard stuff, like eliminating all government agencies, firing all government, like once they got past that part, I feel like they both just figured after that, I'm just going to take them down. And they both thought that about the other, which was the Dominionists and the tech CEOs. The tech CEOs are trying to install smart cities. Now, watching TGC for a mystery that I don't know why the press doesn't focus on this one particular fact, which is, okay, the president knows that the crime numbers are actually down in DC. So what is the reason for a military takeover of DC? Like, what could the reason be? Because we know that it's not that reason. So what is it? And it's like these people that are partially owning the government, half-seas with the Dominionists, want smart cities. And then they want to replace a president with a CEO. Does that sound fucking familiar? They want smart cities. What do I mean by that? They're ran by CEOs. They don't have regulation. Basically, it's a fucking tech billionaire's dream within the United States. And like all of this there's fucking books written by them about this. Like, and all of it is happening. And all of the steps to get there just by chance happen to be all the same steps that the religious people wanted to get what they needed out of it. So, and by the way, Elon Musk said he would not endorse Trump unless Trump ran with JD Vance. In case nobody is aware of this, JD Vance is their guy. Elon Musk didn't buy Trump's presidency. That is a short-term bet for that much money. He had to think of, well, what happens if something happens to that guy? I have to buy his presidency too, or else this isn't an investment that's worth my time. The tech people bought JD Vance and pushed him in. And then as soon as that goes through, there is no country as we have lived in it thus far. Like government is decimated already. It's gonna be real weird.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I think they just want to get all the court cases out of the way and just go through with a whole federal takeover of every major city. That's yeah. We'll see how that goes in Philly, but and New York.
In LA.
And LA. I was surprised they didn't do LA first.
Yeah. He's afraid of Newsom.
I think he might be.
He's afraid because that dude is able to match Trump's energy from a much smarter position.
He's a psychopath.
Yeah, he's a lunatic. You know, sometimes it's good when the psychopath is on your side. You know, it's like Sherlock Holmes says he's a highly functioning sociopath.
Hi, Adam.
And it's like, hey, what's up? Hey. And, sometimes when they're on your side, you're pretty lucky there. But I think he's the next president. But we got big storms and lost power and internet, or I would have joined at the beginning. I love you all. Well, I'm glad that you're here now, and I'm glad the storms weren't enough to, harm your homestead.
We're happy that you're okay. We're sad that Florida wasn't destroyed.
Right. I'd be fine if most of Florida sort of just got wiped out and they just left a little island for you that was perfectly preserved. And also, you'd also need a boat. A good boat.
Get it from the Staten Island guy.
Yeah, he's got a pork roll waiting for you.
Can't believe that story's not true.
I wish it was true. I want it to be
It
true.
might be true, but maybe that's not the reason that
I want it to be true for Pat.
I want it to be true for Pat, too.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. What a great story.
Yeah.
You know, oh, here's a piece of land. Who owns it? Let's do a boat race.
It would
Right?
be more interesting if we were talking about a piece of land that wasn't in water and they had to do a boat race.
Yeah. And the boat race was what, 1681, right? So we're talking about men who are, they're toothless, they're muscular.
They're
as
wearing
fuck.
leggings.
Right, they're
Scurvy.
completely have gray
Why did the
chest hair by
leggings
the
have
time they're
little-
28.
Why did the leggings all have little ruffles on the bottom?
Because men back then had a sense of style, Sarah.
Yeah.
They wore high heels. They weren't afraid to be a little feminine, you know?
Maybe it was to
Yeah, but
dry
it
the
wasn't
fabric off
considered.
quicker.
It
That's
wasn't
probably
considered
true.
feminine though. Back then, it wasn't considered feminine. It was masculine.
It was masculine as hell. You put
Maybe those
your
little
high heels
frills,
on.
you know, when you get soaked, those little frills dry the pants off a lot quicker.
Yeah,
How
yeah, because
often are
they're
your
blowing.
calves getting soaked, and why?
Oh, if you're on a boat.
Yeah,
Boats going
these guys
fast
are
as
boat
hell.
racing. These guys are boat racing in their buckled shoes.
They have
Yeah.
like they have
Buckled shoes.
special little like holes in the boat so
Buckled
they can
hat.
just paddle through.
Yeah.
They fucking
They
got the
have
most
that. They have
badass
that. Like,
oars.
they have leggings that are with the ruffles that are made out of bathing suit material.
Yeah,
Neoprene.
yeah.
They were styling back then.
Definitely
Yeah.
styling back then.
Big time.
Long
Yeah, like-
powdered wigs.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Grandchildren by 26.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody wore full
Grandchildren
body
by
bathing
15.
suits.
pretty
too.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Skirts
if you look
and
at if you look
everything.
at pictures of Jersey Beach, like in the early 1900s, it's like full. There's like no skin showing. It's like full.
Weird. Super. It's so weird. And everybody looks like they're pissed off. Like there's.
They're just hot as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's
Imagine
just
wearing
hot.
a full outfit in that
I know,
kind of
they-
weather.
Yeah, practically wearing a
Suits
suit.
and shit. Like, come
Yeah.
on,
Oof.
Now people are like, how tiny can I get with these clothes for the beach?
dude. Think about that. And they didn't even have like fucking toilet paper. Like, and they're doing
No.
that.
Yeah,
Everybody's
right, yeah.
got swamp ass.
Yeah, they're just sort of dragging their ass through the sand.
Oh,
Probably
Like I-
smells so bad.
Yeah, the beach is just all shitty.
Ugh.
It's just got like fucking streak marks across it.
Ugh.
Some alcoholic with his diarrhea all over the beach.
they probably went to the beach to bathe. Like,
Yeah, right. They just scrub it down.
everybody's shitting in the water and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Everybody's shitting in the water now.
You got to bat away the logs. You got to bat the logs away.
Bat the logs away.
Like, God,
Oh, God.
get away. Oh, is this an oar? No, it's a log. Fuck.
Oh.
Well, thank you.
Please don't tell me people are shitting in the water now.
My
Well, they
eyes
keep
are-
having to close the fucking beaches for these dangerous algae blooms. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
I
a bunch
think
of
they're,
bacteria and garbage. I don't know.
It's better
They're
than
not
the
algae
hypodermic needles from
blooms.
years ago. My
Yeah, it's-
my uncle's mother stepped on a hypodermic needle on a Jersey beach somewhere.
Oh my god,
I
you
mean,
see those
I
all
don't,
the
I'm a
time.
diabetic. I fucking step on needles all the time. It's this part of life.
Yeah, but you know where they came from. It wasn't
Yeah.
just medical waste of somebody
yeah,
else's
right, yeah.
disease.
Or
'Cause it's some-
drugs.
Yeah, right. Or more likely drugs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
that's how you get fucking hepatitis and shit like that.
Titus C, yep. When I used to go to
A,
the
B,
beach in
C.
Coney Island, it was
Yeah.
always needles. It was such a weird experience. I remember the first time I went to a beach in Jersey, I was like, oh my God, this is so nice.
Mm.
But there's no guy running around selling nutcrackers. I don't hear gunshots or fireworks.
Mhm.
There's no
Sure.
fights on the beach.
Yeah,
It was great.
yeah.
No needles, no
Fighting on the
glass.
beach is crazy, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it used to happen all the time.
Yeah.
You get worn out way quicker.
Yeah, you get worn out trying to deal with the sand.
The sand is like just
And
a nightmare.
just give some people some space.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, there's no reason for a fist fight.
people would just go to the beach to like used to get invited to go to the beach and just hang out and
Yeah.
drink when I was growing up, and it'd be like Coney Island, like you just get off the train and then it'd be like 20 people
Yeah.
hanging out, just like standing around, and then inevitably a fight would break out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What's like the trashiest beach in New Jersey that you can think
Oh,
of?
good question now because I'm
Atlantic
not sure.
Ooh.
City. It's
Yeah, probably Atlantic
usually
City. Yeah,
considered.
facts.
It's most
Yeah.
people consider it to be Atlantic City.
Yeah.
I've never actually been on the beach there. I've seen it though, and it didn't look too bad.
I've
I
just
mean, what do
There
you
wasn't. There
expect?
was like
Like
nobody
most of the
there.
people that are going to that boardwalk are going there to go to the casinos, and most of
Yeah,
them are
right.
tourists, and most
Yeah.
tourists don't give a fuck about leaving garbage everywhere.
And
No, and they
and
piss
it's
right
like
on the
there
beach.
was nobody on the beach because everybody was gambling.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I've never seen
Like
people on the beach there actually too.
Yeah.
I
Me
guess
neither.
the other beach that, and like I'm just saying what I think is a general consensus. I don't have much of it. I don't know how much of an opinion I have, but I think Seaside is also considered pretty. I mean, I guess what type of horrible do you mean?
Seaside
Because
is really
Seaside
going
is
downhill, and
really,
that's saying a
really
lot.
looked down on in the past
like horrible
several
with like
years.
a lot of people.
A lot of
No.
people fighting. Like,
Like-
they had a whole
Like
incident this summer
fucking
where
like
they arrested
trashy.
yeah, it's just trashy.
Like there's
shitty.
fights all over the fucking place. There's garbage left behind. There's
Yeah.
like
And listen, I'm just saying the fights are never good. It's always just some dumb fuck against another dumb
well,
fuck.
the thing about Seaside that I notice way more than any other beach is that the amount of heavily drunk people
Big
is
time. Yeah,
so
big time.
much higher in Seaside than
Sure.
even like even Asbury Boardwalk. Like there's a lot more places to drink on the Asbury Boardwalk than there used to be, but
That's true.
there's not often do I really see people like shit-faced, violent drunk. But in Seaside, that's
Yeah,
like
yeah, big time
it would be
difference. Yeah, you're right.
shocking not
Yeah.
to pass someone like
Yeah,
that.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean Seaside's probably the worst because of the people.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
that's sad.
Yeah,
Because
it's a fucking
Point
shit show.
Pleasant's like a little above that.
Yeah, you're right.
A
In
little
class,
Little
I
bit, yeah.
guess.
Sure.
It just feels a little bit more subdued.
And then
Yeah.
there's a Wildwood, which
Never
has a
been.
really weird fucking beach. It's like a really
Here's the thing.
It's like a really long beach that
I
like,
don't-
you have to walk far to get out there.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with Wildwood these days. I remember going there in the early 90s as a kid, but nowadays
Shit was
I
the
think
best.
I think it's probably like a dump now.
Just
I haven't seen it,
because.
but I used to love that place when I was a kid. I
Yeah,
mean,
sure.
we used to go there every summer.
They had that great boardwalk with the rides, the big white
They had
Thunder
like
rolling coaster.
3-4 huge piers full of amusements
Yeah.
and shit, water parks, everything.
Yeah, every pier was a different
Yeah,
type of park. Yeah, it was cool.
it was awesome.
And they had the old school hotels, like from like the 50s.
Yeah,
and
like
60s.
the
Yeah.
motels, but it was like only 2 floors,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was like just a big ass pool in the middle or something.
But they were all built with that like 1950s, 1960s artwork.
It
they
almost
never
looked like a
updated them.
drive-through or something.
Yeah,
or like
yeah, it was
like
wild,
there
yeah.
was one called the Lollipop.
Yeah.
It had like big lollipops as the sign and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
It
and
was
it was
like
like
a
the-
looked like a
the
candy
moon.
shop.
I think it was like the Moon Resort. It was called or something like that. And it had like a big half moon, like in the
Yeah,
driveway, the parking
yeah.
lot there. You know, but still, it was a real shitty place. But that was like part of the allure of it, though, was that it was shitty.
Never been. I've only been to Atlantic City twice, and it felt like a liminal space. Very,
Yeah, totally.
I agree.
very strange.
I think I've been there twice too.
I haven't been there since I've been 21.
Yeah, I went when I was 21. My dad took me,
Oh,
and I felt very uncomfortable there. And I have
That
no
makes
problem
sense.
gambling. I mean, I've been betting on horses since I was 7 years old. But
Terrible.
going to yeah, it's terrible. I don't do it anymore.
I mean,
But,
the betting's not terrible. Just the horse racing is terrible.
The horse racing is terrible. Facts, yeah, definitely.
Actually,
Yeah.
I wasn't even 21 when I went. I was there to hang out with people and like party and shit. But I
Yeah,
was
and
like, I think I was 20 at the time.
I
It
just
was
love that they give
terrible.
you free drinks.
oh, I've never gone there to drink. I think the first time I went was to Hooters, and to walk along the that was the
How
thing.
how was Atlantic City Hooters?
Interesting. It was my first time going to a Hooters,
Yeah.
but it was me, my friend, her friend, our friend, and the friend's baby.
Okay.
So it was like three girls and like a 2-year-old baby. And we were like, well, what are we gonna do? None of us are 21. So we're like,
Yeah.
let's just go to Hooters. So we ended up
Sure.
going to Hooters and having wings. I mean, it was okay.
Did they give you
Um,
drinks?
No.
So I kind of feel like you'd be more likely to have. I don't know. I feel like you'd be more likely if you're slightly underage
Hmm.
that a woman working there might hook up somebody with some drinks who's also a woman.
I don't
With a
know if
baby.
I don't
like I
even
feel
be
some
comfortable
camaraderie
in
there.
Hooters. Like I don't. What do you like? I don't even know if I would be comfortable in a Hooters. Like, what are you supposed to do?
I mean, I've been to a Hooters maybe once or twice in my life because they had one in Ocean Township in the '90s for like a year, and it was the strangest thing ever that this popped up like
It's
right in the
kinda
middle of the suburbs. Like it was just like a Hooters appeared, and it was just a restaurant
Yeah. That's
with
it.
It just-
subpar food. It's just and girls walking around with their tits out, sort of, and it was just you just at a restaurant. Like it was just like the most over hyped.
I just don't get
thing.
it. Like, what are you like? You just supposed to stare, or are you supposed to avoid
Right,
eye
yeah, and
contact? Like, you're just not
and you
supposed to
feel
look like.
uncomfortable with that the whole time.
Like, it just
you know,
like you just feel like a creep half the time.
yeah,
you're
yeah.
there,
You
like,
feel like
just
you're
look
like,
at your
this is-
food.
I
Like,
mean,
what
guess
did I
if you're a
think?
guy, yeah.
Like, what did I think this was gonna be?
Yeah, like, are you supposed to hit on them and flirt with them, or are you just supposed to just shut the fuck up and not look at them? Like, like, none of it makes sense to me.
Yeah, it feels very.
Are you
weird.
supposed to objectify them, or are you not
All they do-
objectifying
all
them?
they do is get hit on.
You're breaking up.
Oh, I said all they do is get hit on. I don't. You're definitely not supposed to hit on them.
Yeah, it feels real lame.
It's just, yeah, it's just.
It
I don't
feels
know.
real lame.
I had a friend.
I don't like
Like,
Once-
oh, well,
I
you've
like
been
the
working
vibe.
here a while. Like, what the like?
I had a
what do you-
friend once who accidentally, like, okay, so he was going to strip club a lot. Like, the rest of the story doesn't matter. Okay, what matters is that he fell in love with the stripper that he was seeing every time he would go there. And I mean, it's really embarrassing, like so embarrassing. And that's
feel
what I
bad
think
for the
of.
guy.
That's
Deep
kind of, you
down.
should, if you knew more about him, you wouldn't feel bad for him. He's a fucking asshole. But anyway, anyway,
Fair.
that's what your question kind of reminds me of, is like, don't hit on the Hooters girl. That stripper probably got like 7,000 other guys just like him
Sure.
falling in
100%.
love.
You're not supposed to fall in love. That's like the number one rule of going to the strip clubs, isn't it? Don't fall in love with
Don't
the
fall in
stripper.
love with the stripper. Yeah, 100%.
They don't give a fuck about you.
Not a fuck at all.
No.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ah, simple
like-
creature.
I mean, think about it this way: like, their entire morning, noon, and night is dudes trying to
Yeah.
hit on them and impress
Yeah.
them. So,
Constantly, yeah.
what does a guy think
Yeah.
they're saying
Right.
or doing that the other person hasn't seen 5 million
Right.
times? Like, it's
Yeah.
just.
Here's the
It's
thing.
just like
there would have
static
to be.
noise, the way that keyboard
Right.
clicking is
Y-
static
right,
noise
right.
in an office. It's not
Right.
like something you're like focusing in on and being like, oh, I'm taking this in seriously. Like, you're just trying to get through your fucking workday.
There
Yeah,
would
that's
have
it.
to be such a unique and genuine connection between two people to happen for that to be at all real. And that is nothing that you're planning on. Like, you're not going to the strip club with a plan that you're going to hit on the stripper and say they're right. That is some accidental shit if it happens. Right? Like, if you go to Hooters and the Hooters girl gives you her number, for real?
That's not a real number.
That's thank you.
You know what?
That's what you said, for
Hooters
real.
should have a phone line,
Right.
which is just the phone number that the girls
sad
give
dudes.
out.
For sad
When a
dudes.
guy calls, it's like an official Hooters thing where like they offer you
Yeah.
like a coupon for free wings if you come back.
Yeah, right,
Thanks for
yeah.
playing, buddy.
Yeah, I see that your last server was Jessica. Come on in for some
Yeah.
free wings.
That's almost exactly what happened to Butters, dude. He fell in love with a
He
girl
did.
from Hooters, and she kept
Yes.
telling him to come back.
Right, exactly, dude.
Oh man, Hooters is such a weird concept.
It's a
now
weird
that I think
concept.
about it. Yeah. Can't believe I
Imagine
did
if they
that.
made a fucking
Hooters in
restaurant
the-
called Bulges. It would
Ugh.
be out of business in like a week.
Yeah,
You know
no.
what? I feel like in 2025 it would not be out of business. I feel like 100% Bulges would absolutely explode.
I don't want it
No.
to explode. Not
No,
when you're
Richard.
eating.
No.
I feel like some women want the Bulges. I think. Listen. If the guy's
No
got
one's
abs,
like, I really want
Nope.
a basket of wings and some Bulges
I
floating
really
around.
want to have.
if the guy's got abs and those muscles that go down in the V, and
Nope.
he's got a bulge, and those are the guys serving, I promise you that fucking restaurant is packed every night.
Nope. Listen,
Pat,
I've
if
been
they
outside.
had the best wings you could
I've been
ever imagine,
outside.
would you eat at Bulges?
Pat's not the demographic. That's not what
My
I'm talking
point is
about.
that if the food is good
Yeah.
enough, maybe
You know what the
it would
demographic
get...
is? 40-year-old women are the demographic. That's who would go there. They would go there.
Why 40-year-old?
I don't think that that's true.
You don't think that's true? I
No.
think that's totally wrong.
No, I don't think that's true at
Yeah,
all.
it's not true.
Every single
true.
woman I have ever talked to is absolutely disgusted by men in general.
That's I
They're
know.
like they're so awful. They're,
But I feel like
sorry, no offense to the men.
women beyond this certain age or era would be the ones
hell
who
I
would
would
we
love
do?
that I'm considered women beyond a certain age.
That's
It's
our
amazing.
age.
It's amazing. Because I know that you're like saying, oh, 40-year-old women as like
I don't
the old
think
ones.
you're going to Bulges, but I do think you could think of probably 3 people in your life who would go to Bulges.
I could think of somebody who would go
They're all guys.
quick.
I can't think of one person I know that would.
Oh, I wanted to make
I could
100%
think of
clear.
probably
I wanna
3
make
or
it
4
100%
right
clear.
now.
I didn't mean to imply that only women would be going to Bulges. I can think of several men in my life who
I
would also
think
go there.
mostly men would go.
I think mostly men would go too. Yeah. Now that
Yeah.
I think about it.
Yeah, it does seem like a man's thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
And I will also tell you, if the wings were top notch, yeah, I'm going to Bulges for wings. Sorry.
I'm not
Do you,
eating
do you
wings.
think a lot of women go to Hooters just for the women?
I
You mean
don't-
like, do I think that women who are
Like-
attracted to women go to Hooters to look at women? Is that what you
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
I,
Or is that also like you feel like a creep kind of situation?
I wonder.
I only went
so-
to Hooters because it was the only place that was open at the time.
So a lot of times chicks that like, I mean, I don't know about Hooters specifically, but like a strip club, for example, a lot of times if like a chick goes to a strip club, some chicks go to strip clubs that are not interested in women. They just were dragged there, or whatever the fuck the circumstance was. And some chicks that go to strip clubs are into women, but whatever the case may be, typically a stripper will a lot of the times really focus on the chick over other guys there because they feel a lot safer. So
Yeah.
there's not like the awkwardness. Like usually like a stripper will like be like way more like paying attention to a woman if she comes in.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense, I guess.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I don't think that's. I don't know if the same thing's going on at Bulges. I don't know.
You're getting bulges in your face.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
I
want
feel
that.
like those guys are coming out with their junk on the tray.
Did you ever like? I heard. Like I don't know if you guys heard the same thing, but I heard male strippers are like way more aggressive with women.
They are, dude. Holy shit, are they, man? Like you look at videos of like a male stripper versus like a female stripper, like
Right, but dude,
male strippers will like pick the woman up over his head and spin her around and shit. Like
but
you're gonna
women
cause a
are way
goddamn
crazier.
injury, dude.
Women are way crazier with male strippers than I think men are with female strippers. I think men are creepy with female strippers, and I think women are fucking crazy with male strippers.
Yeah,
They
I
fucking
mean,
scream and yell and fucking throw money in the air, and they don't fucking give a fuck, dude. They're there to party, motherfucker. And I'm not judging. I'm just saying I feel like that's the way it is, and I feel like they don't mind. I feel like if you're there, you're there for that kind of a show, and if you're not, you fucking leave. I guess I don't know.
I have a feeling like the male strippers probably get off on it more than the female strippers do.
I feel like maybe that's likely. God, man, if I had some abs to throw around,
I
I'd be
feel like
making bank.
abs aren't a thing anymore either.
Abs are a thing for sure.
This is the problem. I think that Kristen, I feel like in her face, I see that she feels this but isn't articulating it. And I don't think that men believe this, even though this has been literally studied, psychologically studied. It's a real, true thing. And it does not apply to every single person on Earth. Okay, there's always, but as a societal group, men typically are more attracted to someone when they're looking at them like I see this person, holy shit, I love the way they look, so like I'm interested. And so strip clubs really work for that mindset because he doesn't have to know anything about her, he just has to look at her, and that like does something in the brain for them. And women as like a societal group are not as reactionary visually as men. A lot of women want to talk to the person, find out if that person is someone that like they're okay. Most women want to know if the dude is safe, but like attraction comes after connection, and without connection, something that they looked at and thought that looked good, it's different. Like,
Oh yeah.
and that doesn't mean every man and every woman fall in these two categories, but this is true overall. So I've seen so many times where like a woman will say something like, yeah, I like Kristen just said, like, yeah, I don't think that most women would be as into that. And I think like Rick was like, I don't know. And it's like most men would react that way. Like that's bullshit. And the reason why is because they can't understand that wouldn't be the first thing, because for like as a group, majority speaking, that is the natural first thing. But for a woman, a lot of women, most women, I think majority, that is not the first thing. They're not like, they have abs, so I want to get to know you. That's not really what happens.
That's all that it takes.
What's
I
more
think there's a
likely to
factor
happen
you're
is
missing.
the thing that's more likely to happen is, oh, I saw, I had this little chat in the grocery store line, and God, we had so much in common. He was like real nice. Like now I'm kind of interested. Like that's what's most likely to happen. This is why you see this fucking phenomenon where dudes will say, why the fuck, how did that ugly ass guy end up getting that chick? It could only be that she's a gold digger, even if he has no money at all. And it's like, maybe you should study his personality a little more and not focus on what he looks like. Like you are saying the answer, but you're not getting the answer.
The call is coming from inside the house.
I think for a lot of guys, just speaking for myself and maybe a few people that I know, like our perception of what looks good for a man isn't from our own perspective. It's from what we've seen from how other women react to it. And that's how we come up with these conclusions. Are you sure that it's not
also what other men say looks good? Because if you look at media, most men that are like advertising manliness are telling you that you have to lift heavy, that you need to do this. Like men are telling men to do that. Women aren't saying
no. I don't think it's. I don't think it's that at all, because I think we see the perception that if you see a woman look at a dude that has muscles and she goes, oh my God, and she's really interested all of a sudden, monkey goes, oh fuck, I gotta look like that now. That's all that is. It's not like another man's like, hey, you gotta do this, you gotta do that.
Then what happens if a man...
We'd rather not listen to other men. We don't want to listen to other men.
But why isn't anybody listening to other women then? Like, Because
It's just what we see.
this,
You know what I
like,
mean?
okay, so what is the reaction if a man sees a man being like very like open and like there's like a good like back and forth between them? Does a man go, "Oh man, I should take notes about that"? Like,
I mean,
that'll
I
get
kind of
me
feel like
someone
I
I
kind of
want.
feel like it's got to be a blend
depends on the
of a
woman's
couple of things.
reaction.
I mean,
It is
you
a
know,
blend, but it's
But
just
to,
that
but to say that there aren't, but to
when
say that there aren't
something
men.
emerges is different timing in each.
But-
For
but to say-
women, it's that like if I feel a connection, suddenly I'm looking at you different. I'm noticing more that I wasn't really paying attention to before. And for men, it's the reverse. And that has been it doesn't matter what I have seen in my life. Like that is a literal statistic about
But to
men and
say
women.
that there aren't men in the world that generally are viewed as hot by women is not true. I mean, I see that all the time. Like I remember
you're
women
right.
thirsting
but think
over
about,
men.
Even think about that, Rick. Think
And,
about the men,
I
the
mean, I
men
will say
in
that.
this world that are considered, like right now, Pedro Pascal. I see
I was just
him
gonna say
about.
Pedro
listen,
Pascal.
But here's
Yeah.
the thing, and this is where you're wrong. Okay.
No.
Do you wanna know
This is
what
where you're. No, I was going to say this is where you're right.
Yeah, I know.
Because
People
Pedro
are into
Pascal's
him
in his 50s
because
and women in
of
their
his-
20s want to bang Pedro Pascal.
And you want
It's
to know why?
insane. Because he's a
super
dude,
fucking
is an awesome
nice.
dude.
Because
But
he's
but
nice
don't
to
say
everyone.
he's
He
not
treats
good looking.
people like a person when he has
Right, no,
conversations with
he
them.
does.
That's
He
why
does.
women are like, oh my God, look at him.
He does,
He's
but
been an
he is
actor
good
since he was
looking.
like 19 years old, and no one was paying attention until they started to see the way he communicates with other people.
He is good looking and a little rugged.
He is good looking. Definitely.
He's good looking and a little rugged.
I wouldn't say abs are like the first thing though.
I don't think he has abs, but I think he's probably got a good 50s body. And I think that's noticeable.
I don't know.
I'm just like I'm trying to come up with like a comparison. Like who's like a guy that like is has a great personality and seems great, but I don't really hear women talk about to ever mention Jack Black.
Oh,
Jack
but
Black is a
cute.
seems like a great dude, right? And he's like positive and all this shit, but like I've never heard anyone talk about how hot they think Jack Black is. Even though I do think there's probably people who think that.
It's possible.
Like Pedro Pascal might be a really good guy and he might feel really safe, but he's also really handsome. So like it doesn't, you know what I mean? There's a combination of things going on there. He is universally handsome. Like most people look at him and they go, "Oh, that's a good-looking guy."
I just think that
But I think that what you're saying is that
like I just feel like every time I bring this up to a woman, they immediately are like, yeah, and it's not just because they're acknowledging that it's true for them. It's that they're acknowledging that the opposite has also been their experience with men. And
okay.
whenever I bring this up to men, every single one has immediately resisted. And that is the problem I'm fucking talking about. Just instead be like, well, you're a woman. You probably have had more conversations with women about relationships. And maybe that's something that is worth thinking about. I've never had a man ever
Are
be
women
like,
100%
I can understand
honest
that.
about their relationships?
I don't like, but we're not talking about like relationships. We're talking about like what
Attractive.
happened. Yeah, like we're talking about like people that don't even necessarily know each other very well.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, I guess I feel like more women are more attracted to the vibes.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it.
The vibes for me always. But I mean, I don't know. I guess if I
mean-
see a man with long hair,
So if a dude's just ugly as fuck, but the vibes are great, you'd be into it?
I don't think I would call somebody like that ugly.
That's the point. Is like, what does
You
ugly
wouldn't like
mean
boils
to you?
coming off their face and shit like
What
that?
is
like,
what is ugly?
Well, that's
what
different,
does ugly
Pat.
mean?
I'm just saying.
At that point, it's like-
Let's go the extreme here. Like
Girl, let's fix your face and see what happens.
well,
But I mean,
beauty
like-
is in the eye of the beholder.
What a great
so-
greeting card that is.
What?
You have
Let's
to-
fix your face and see what happens.
that would be actually pretty cool.
I feel like
That's the name of this
attractiveness-
episode.
Attractiveness is like is somebody that takes care of themselves, is just a nice person, and I mean that's pretty much it. Like
You would become sexually attracted to him.
probably if I see somebody that takes care of themselves, they're a nice person, they're not an asshole.
I don't think men and women are that different. Like men want to be desired.
Yeah,
Wow, to me.
but
Y'all don't act
here's
like
the
it.
thing:
we want
men want to
you
be
to want
desired.
us.
Here's the thing:
Everything
men
the
want to be.
opposite.
Here's the problem: men want to be desired, but they do what a man thinks a woman wants based on what a man wants. And they don't listen when a woman says, no, this is actually what would be attractive to me. And a man goes, well, that can't possibly be true, okay? It's because I need to
listen,
work out forever.
Listen, attractive is good. And it's it's healthy. But also men want to have somebody animalistically desire them in a primal sense.
That's an ego problem.
So do you understand? So like if I'm the biggest monkey in the fucking tribe,
it's kind of a testosterone thing, probably.
Maybe that's what it is. Like
sounds like it's an ego problem a little bit. Like
no,
because
it's not. It's not really an ego problem.
The reason why I say it's an ego problem is because to say it to that degree sounds a lot like you just swapped out not using the word worship, which is definitely an ego problem.
Worship. Not worship, just desire when the time is right.
In the cave.
In the cave, right? Yeah, in
Unga
the fucking, in the jungle, motherfucker.
So once again, it still comes back to the same thing, which is if that's what all men want, then they shouldn't go about it.
Isn't that just validation?
Wait! I want her to finish what she's going to say.
They shouldn't go about it by thinking about what men want. They should think about what a woman actually wants, and if they want to make it work, then they fucking go, okay, well, it doesn't matter what I think she should want or what I think she wants. I'll just listen to what she actually says. And and it's like almost every woman I've ever fucking met. Now, I don't think I've ever met a female ever who was like, my problem is that the muscles aren't big enough. But most women that I've known that have had issues with men is always because they're not like communicating, or I don't feel like close because they go out all the time and they don't even care that it makes me feel bad or whatever the hell it is. My point is like the connection is the attractive part. And everything else is dressing to a woman. Most women.
I guess so. Listen.
See, you're still fucking fighting it.
I am just telling you what's in the DNA. And what's in the DNA is I want to be visually, immediately fuckable at all times. That is what I really want to. I just want that. And I'm not saying it's healthy or right or wrong. I'm just saying that it's there. No, and if the attraction is more important than that, that's great. But out the gate, I just want to be like.
So you would rather, if you just randomly.
I had a fucking boss in the 80s, man. I would have worn that cutoff shirt and a little shorts.
If you were somewhere and you met someone new for the first time,
sure,
you would rather them walk away from that interaction, and it was someone that you actually thought was a cool person,
okay. Go ahead,
not someone that you were ew, gross. Yeah. You would rather walk away going, that person couldn't fucking stop looking at me because I'm so dope. You would rather them walk away with that than walk away going, that person thought that I was so fucking connectable and fucking awesome that they actually want to spend more time with me.
I would probably weigh both to some degree. And probably the connection would be more important because that's the part you get really excited about when you start a relationship with somebody.
I think what that stems from is part that men never get fucking compliments or any kind of validation throughout their whole life.
Stop.
No, I'm just saying it's just a societal
historically
thing.
it is. I mean, yeah.
It's a societal thing. You just don't give guys compliments and shit like that. It's just something that happens.
Yeah.
I always say
we're sort of fucked up. Yeah.
I say this all the time. You guys just gotta start hugging each other. That's it.
That's what I started doing in high school.
You know what the really
twisted
part is that every relationships that I see where this isn't a problem between the two of them. They're like very in sync. The woman is constantly not just complimenting him, but bragging about the fact that they're with that person. So it's like everybody gets what they want.
Well, do that to the guy.
It starts off.
Why are you
Just
telling
guy.
everybody else? Tell the guy.
Compliment the guy
Yeah.
all the time. Hey, you
Yeah.
look great today. Love your shirt. Hat's cool. Like all that. But men need to compliment themselves. Pick yourself up by your bootstraps.
No, men are the worst.
The amount
on,
of fucking
man.
times I call myself an utter
Piece of
loser,
shit.
failure,
Okay,
piece of
Rick
shit
needs
in
to-
a day
Rick,
is
there's
so
no point
endless.
in that.
It is
Okay.
bottomless
Rip the
how much
shreds
it
out
Right
of
now,
ourselves.
Rick
I
needs
swear.
to compliment
hate,
Pat
like,
right now.
I am gross.
And
Yes.
Pat needs to
Pat,
compliment
compliment each
Rick, and
other.
Rick needs to
There you
compliment
go.
Pat.
Yes.
Rick,
No,
do
no,
it right.
see,
Do
that's
it,
not
Rick.
happening.
What are you gonna
Do it
say?
right
Oh,
now.
no homo.
Do it right now.
I think
Come
you guys
on.
are really
Rick.
pressuring us here.
It's
Rick,
true.
you better
I think he's
compliment
Why
missing
the
the
fuck
point.
out of
I can
you
think of
compliment
8
the fuck
things
out
to
of
It's not
say
the men who need to
complimenting
compliment
Sarah
us.
right
It's
now.
the women.
No,
It's
compliment
easier
yourself.
for y'all to compliment each other. Like you guys
What are you talking about? Just do it's so Sarah, I love your lipstick
every
today.
single
Your hair
type
looks
of
great.
female to
I
female
know,
connection
Kristen,
is
I think you're
better.
like one of the best fucking people I've met in the past
thank
however many
you.
years it's been since we've known each other
I think
now.
you're fantastic too.
Every time you message me, I smile because I'm like, I don't know what she said yet, but I know I'm gonna love whatever the fuck she's talking to me about.
Aw. I love talking with you too, Sarah. You're
When I
very
feel like
sweet.
shit, you have no idea how many times I was like, I need to tell Kristen about this because I know she's more understanding than most people I know.
Aw. That was easy.
It's not
See?
that fucking hard.
Come
It's not
on.
it's not hard when you actually think these things. So if
Yeah.
you're walking around going, I'm never gonna think anything nice about a dude, that's already a problem.
And
No,
by
we're
the
not
way,
even
I do
talking about that. We're talking
Yeah.
about getting compliments from women and shit like that.
You
Validation
no,
get
no.
from women.
compliments from women. So so let me ask you a question.
Has nothing to do with
Women
men.
compliment men that they
Yes.
feel a connection to. So are you
Mm.
talking about catcalling?
I think
Like
that's what
catcalling
Rick's
is
talking
super
about a little
interesting
bit.
as a man, by the way. If you get catcalled as a dude, you high five other dudes.
Hell yeah, you
Yeah,
stay
you're
with
like,
that
this
for
is-
like a month. You're like,
like a
hell yeah,
month, yeah, you're
I
like,
got
yeah,
called
dude.
something.
Yeah, check this. Like,
That's
you
how
have any-
bad.
like you see what
it's
this
like
did.
a drought of
You
compliments.
see
and
what this did?
validation.
It caused the explosive volcanic eruption in public that they couldn't even resist.
Y'all are in shambles. The men are in shambles.
Bad.
This is,
It's bad
this
out
is
here.
sad.
This is what we grew up with.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And
Why
then you know what
can't
the
just-
most fucked up part
Oh
is,
my
Kristen,
God.
is that like if you or I got catcalled, it wasn't
Oh,
it wouldn't be a
swinging.
compliment. It's fucking harassment and it's
Exactly.
scary. It's
I'm running
terrifying.
away.
It's
Terrifying,
awful.
yeah.
It's not exactly. It is terrifying.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, it
is
is, yeah.
terrifying,
Sure.
and it can't. There's no way for it to be anything other than that.
Yeah.
That's
Nah,
crazy.
yeah, I totally, and I get that. It makes sense.
You two can't compliment each other. You can't say one nice
I've
thing.
called Pat a good looking guy in this show before.
Pat, pay Rick a compliment,
He doesn't have to pay me a compliment.
but
I
you
know what he's
should.
thinking.
Rick's an amazing English professor.
There
Thank
you go.
Appreciate that.
There you
See,
go.
There we
now
go.
was that hard? Why is that hard?
It's
I don't get it.
not hard,
This is-
but we don't care about that.
No,
Yeah.
but you do. That's the
The
thing.
other thing is that
You
like
do.
if what
you
you're
all
trying
do
to
so
say,
much.
like so I said that
So
like
annoying.
women
I'm listening. I'll
women
be-
compliment men when they feel connected and safe to them, and the flip side of that is they don't tend to compliment much when that isn't there. So if like a man is saying like they never get compliments, then I would ask like, well, when was the last time that you had like a really deep connection with a woman? Because it would be surprising to me if that person didn't give you compliments, because that's not how I see
The
most
difference here
women.
is that we need a connection with somebody to get compliments, and women get compliments randomly throughout the day from
Okay, but
everybody.
most of those compliments are harassment.
Yes, but
that's
that's what he's
not a
talking about. He
compliment.
wants that.
He wants to be
Fine.
harassed.
He wants to be
like,
harassed.
we
He
don't
wants the
see it that
validation of
way.
knowing that he's
I
that.
can't imagine going into a bathroom and not having other women or people of my own gender be like, "You look great. Your outfit is fire. You're a bad bitch. Go outside and have fun." That doesn't happen with men, and that's sad.
It doesn't.
And
It
then
does
you
not.
guys sit there and you're like, "Whoa, I'm so lonely and sad." It's like, well, Jesus, like just be nice to yourself and be nice to each other. It's not that hard.
You
I
guys
mean, it might be.
understand there's
I
a
mean,
huge stigma of it's not
oh,
just, I'm not talking about myself, I'm just talking about
I
men in
know.
general right now, is that there's a stigma about being gay, this and that. It's not accepted.
It's
It's
so
not accepted
stupid.
societally. I'm
I
telling you, it's
know,
just not.
but
Not
like,
in this
it's
country.
destroying you from the inside out. It's like
So let me
Yeah,
ask
it's
you
a
a question,
problem.
Pat.
Yeah, it's
it's
a
Do you
problem.
horrible.
acknowledge this and accept it, or are you one of the men who breaks that stigma? Because the only way it changes is if enough men go, I don't want to fucking live like this. These are ridiculous silent rules. Why the hell is everybody abiding by this
I,
stupidity?
I'm just an observer in all of this. I really don't care
But you're
either
not
way.
just an observer. You're clearly affected by it, by what
you
you're
want
saying.
No,
compliments.
I want the, like, I think that it's kind of a problem with a lot of men.
A
And
huge
I do think it
problem.
is a problem. And it's not like I worry about it, but I see it happening a lot. And it makes men depressed. They go down these weird roads. They start drinking a lot. They start self-harming.
Yeah,
Um,
dude, I agree that it is a problem. That I think it's
I think it's an ignored
something
problem.
that like,
A manufactured
it's
problem.
a
Sorry.
miscommunication or a misunderstanding
There you
between
go.
what
Ignored.
a woman what? I'm sorry,
Huh?
I
I said
missed
it's
what
an
you said.
ignored problem, and she said it's manufactured, and I said there you go, it's
Because
ignored.
you just have to hug. Like, it's just, to me, it's such a simple fix. It's just
It's
stop worrying about being perceived as homosexual. It's not horrible to be perceived as homosexual. I'm not talking about you, Pam. I'm talking about in general. Like, this weird thing that men have about being looked at as gay, as if it's a hard, like, this the worst thing in the world that you could be looked at.
I don't mind being viewed that way.
according to Christians, it is one of the
But
worst
who
things you
gives
can
a
be.
fuck about
Yeah.
the Christians? Like,
A lot of
Yeah, fuck
people in
them.
this country.
I know, but like with each other, like I'm like, oh my God, you just need a hug. You just need somebody to talk to. You just need to like have somebody maybe boost up your self-esteem. It doesn't have to be a woman all of the time. It could be a friend that's
Look,
also a man.
I know
And
me and Rick both grew up in a different era where it was man the fuck up,
yeah, I know. That's
Yeah.
terrible.
fuck your
Dude,
feelings.
no, dude, you're totally
man the
right
fuck
about
up.
that.
It definitely fucked us
I
up.
mean, all 99% of my friends were either male or gay males, and so I totally know what society you're referring to. But the thing is, like, you guys aren't teenagers anymore, and you
No, I
can
know.
be
Listen, hey,
examples of other ways that men could treat
Listen,
each other.
when I was in high school, I started hugging my male friends because I didn't give a shit about the perception of looking gay.
Mhm.
And that was the 90s, so that comes with whatever.
Very
it comes with.
progressive.
So yeah, I guess at the time it
Very
was. And, like,
progressive back
That's
then.
crazy.
we all made it a point, and it was a good point because any people around us who were bigoted would get uncomfortable by that, and that made us happy. So that makes you fucking do it more, because if you are uncomfortable with that, it sucks. I don't care if anyone thinks I'm gay or not. I never really gave a shit about that. But I still want to look in the mirror and not hate myself, and that's a fucking problem.
That's
Dude, I
a
think that's
problem that
something we
comes
all
from
have.
the inside.
Yeah.
I think
Fine, it
that's
comes from the
that's a
inside.
man
Like,
thing.
for example,
But I still look at
there are
myself and I
some
just
things
go,
about
this
yourself.
is not good enough. And I feel like once upon a time I did feel okay with the way I looked, and then it's just over, and you're just like, how am I gonna fix this?
But
Like, what
that's
am I
a
gonna
little bit
do
different
here?
because there are some things that you probably hate about yourself that nobody could ever compliment you out
I
of.
guarantee you that there's
And-
no complimenting me out of it.
And that's my point. Like, that's not a problem that's fixable by getting more compliments. That's a problem that only you can come to terms with. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, there's things that I hate about me, and there's no way you're going to be like, that's fine. What are you talking? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have to be okay with that. But really, my point is just like the type of compliments, quote unquote compliments in some cases, is gonna be different. Like what like you're talking about catcalling and stuff. Women don't think of catcalling as a positive thing because in
No, I know
their
that, yeah.
lives, so if they saw someone that they had an interest in, the last thing they would do is something that they consider harassment. And from a male perspective, it's like, I want more of that. And it's like,
well, there's no fear for us from that. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
there's no role reversal
right,
there.
yeah, right, yeah.
It's a different ball game.
And I have absolutely been catcalled by women, and in a variety of different ways, and touched, and all kinds of things.
And
they
can do that and get away with it. I've been
Well,
groped before too, and it's like,
it's not okay.
all right.
Like I look at something like that, and like
okay.
yeah, right, and like if the roles were reversed the other, but here's the thing, like Kristen, I look at your face, and I think if those roles were reversed, I'm appalled by it. But if they are in that order, I have no problem with that at all.
Okay, cool.
I'm kind of like, yeah.
Everybody got their own thing.
I'm glad you think
men
I'm
see
hot.
differently.
That
Definitely.
really helped me along this little while here.
I guess, yeah. I'm just
And if you combine it with
guess-
what
I
Pat
guess,
said,
like,
we don't have
you know
any
what?
fear.
I
I don't
think-
think anyone's gonna like the worst thing for me to be afraid of is someone's gonna murder me later. Like, well, I guess that's what
Women
worry
have
about.
to
But
worry
I-
about
but
that all
I mean,
the
in a different
time.
way.
I think
No,
that,
I know
you
what
know
you
what?
mean.
I
I know
think
what
that
you mean.
part of it is like, I think Kristen and I might be coming from a perspective of, you probably shouldn't hook up with someone just to reassure yourself that you're good looking. You should probably hook up with someone because you feel a connection to the person that leads to that. And a lot of the descriptions I'm hearing almost sound like I need validation through that, and I'm looking to receive validation. And like hooking up
yeah.
is a validating thing. Like
Sure.
talking is validating, like
Yeah.
like all of that is all of it, because all of it says this person wants to spend time with me, this person likes to talk to me. It's all validation.
See,
But if
I
you're
think
if
all
that's
my-
like the number one goal is that, then the woman is already losing.
It's not a goal. It's you're not even. I don't even think men really want that. It's just it's nice to have that happen every once in a while, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Damn,
Like
It's
I
just
remember,
nice.
I remember being in
Sorry.
a ShopRite one time. I was carrying like 4 bags of like bird seed. It was like 80 pounds, like I don't know, 80 pounds of bird seed. And the black lady at the counter, she was like, "Oh man, you're really strong," and this and that. And she was like flirting with me, and I was like, I felt good after that. Like that,
You're really
that
strong.
doesn't normally happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
sure. Yeah,
She's like, "Oh, aren't you strong?" And I was like, "Yeah."
sure.
Yep.
Aw.
I am. Thank you. I don't know.
Yeah, I was in line at a Stop and Shop once, and the woman in front of me must have been like 20 years older than me, and she turned around and looked at me and went, "Oh, I wish you were always standing behind me."
Ooh.
And I was just like, "Damn,
Hey,
all right, hey, all right."
Nice.
That's funny.
Sometimes it goes
Nice.
wrong though. Sometimes it goes bad, like the girl in the Target that hit on me when Sarah was with me in the wheelchair. That was a little
Oh,
over the top.
that's
That was
great.
That's awkward.
It was awkward. It was awkward because Sarah. I looked at Sarah. She just looked at me like this. She was like,
Well, I don't like being treated like there's no way you can be with this chick because she's in a wheelchair, and nobody
Right,
in
right, yeah,
wheelchairs
yeah.
are in relationships.
"Yeah."
And it was the underlying ableism to all of it that
That's
was my
what it was, yeah,
main
yeah.
That is
fucking
kinda wild.
problem.
That is
That is kind of
It
wild.
was crazy.
Because you're making a lot of assumptions. Like, okay, number one, they're not together. They're probably like, oh, that's his sister or something. Probably she's.
Oh no,
thinking.
no, she was holding my arm and everything. She was yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. And I just looked over. I was like, I tried to look directly at Sarah. I was like,
Look.
and Sarah just goes,
For a lot of people, dealing with a partner that has a lot of medical issues is off the table. They don't
Yeah,
even consider that as an
Yeah,
option.
yeah, right,
So they
yeah.
probably thought
What?
you were family,
Mhm.
like right off the bat.
wow.
Because why else would you take care of this person?
or if we go out and
Yeah.
she's in a wheelchair, there's people who think she can't talk, so they'll
That's
ask
fucked
me
up.
No,
questions
no.
instead of her.
It's not that they don't think I can talk. They just don't want to know if I can or not. They will. The amount of times,
care.
dude, we had one friend, right? Every time I said something, he would respond to Rick. He
Yeah,
wouldn't
it was super
even
weird.
look at
What
me.
the fuck?
And that is
Yeah.
super common if someone is in a wheelchair. They will
Yeah.
talk to the other person about them or referring to them instead of directly to them.
That's wild. I never saw that
That's
happen.
crazy.
And it's one of those things you don't know what to do with either when it's happening. You're just like, okay. Like, I don't know
See,
what to say. I don't know
my
what to do
my
right
thing
now.
is, I look at the person, but I don't know where to look. Like, am I supposed to avoid the problem completely with my eyes,
It's
or
not a
am I
problem though.
supposed
That's
to?
just their body.
Hmm.
Like that's the difference between how an able-bodied person would see that situation. Like they're just a person going out for the day, just like you.
I'm saying, like, if they're paralyzed, obviously, and they have like a little
But
leg or
that's
something,
their
are you not
life.
supposed to look at their little leg?
Yeah, you're not supposed to stare rudely.
Well, not stare at it,
Okay.
but do you like look at it and just like not acknowledge it, but just glance at it, or do you just avoid it completely?
I like that a little leg is your.
How
This
how
is such a
often
Larry
Look,
do
David.
you
I've run
stare?
into all
It's a
sorts
Larry
of
How
David
often
moment,
do you
yeah.
body check your friends? If you were
I've-
talking
yeah.
to Rick in person, would you keep looking down in his leg? The point here is that for a disabled person, that is their normal, everyday body. They didn't put that body on to leave the house and went home and put an able-bodied suit back on.
But it's
so
like out of curiosity. You
yeah,
can't just
that's
stop your brain from
ableism.
wanting to look.
Yeah, do you want to know what they used to do to solve that problem? They put disabled people in freak shows.
What, to look at them?
Yes, to
No,
look
I'm
at
saying
them.
like
To look at them. This is what that is.
I'm saying
And I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just being completely honest. This is the reality of disability. You have to accept that able-bodied people's curiosity should make you uncomfortable when you just want to go to the store is not okay. It's just not. If you had a bad burn on your arm, what would happen after the 10th time you went out and people wouldn't stop staring at you? Would you want to leave the house anymore after a while?
no, but I think I would understand.
I'd
Like,
get used
there's
to it.
something wrong with that guy's arm. Like, that's not a normal thing you see. You know what I
I
mean?
know, but it's not a spectator sport to look at people whose bodies are different.
I'm saying when you're talking to the person, like, say you have to interact with them.
Don't you just look at people's faces when you're talking to them?
Not all the
Normally?
time.
I mean,
look
you're not
away a
normally
lot
staring
when I'm
at
talking to
someone's
people.
arm or so my
I look
point
down,
is that
I look around.
So
I look
in
down,
in
too.
an everyday situation, you're either looking at their face, their mouth, or you're looking at the room. But only in the case of a disabled person, you want to know, well, how long can I look at that body part? And can I get away with it? Maybe if they turn their head and they don't notice, I can do it. Like, that's the ableism thing. Like, we're not like in a zoo.
That's
We're
just normal, I think, behavior. I don't think it's ableism. It's not like I'm looking down on it. It's not like I think it's
ableism when disabled people say this makes us feel uncomfortable and isolated and we would like to be respected as just another person you're talking to. And the response is, well, you're not exactly just another person. You're another person with a body part that I want to look at. And that's the ableism underneath it.
well,
It's
okay.
the same as like
It's
if two gay
kinda-
people go out to a park
I don't know.
and other people start staring at them and pointing because they've never seen two gay people in a park before holding hands and kissing. And oh my God, like,
I think we're taking it to an extreme level, though. I'm talking about like there's this guy I used to deal with. He had polio and he had little legs, and I would never look at it. I would always just stare at his fucking eyes, and it got like to a point where I think it was obvious that I was avoiding it, and I think it was making him uncomfortable that I was avoiding it.
it probably was making him uncomfortable.
Hmm.
So
Because
it's like you make him uncomfortable if you look at it. You make him uncomfortable if you don't look at it. So
but
like,
Pat,
what's the
there's
actual
a third
etiquette for
option.
this?
Like, but your implication is that if you're around a visually disabled person, the only two options are that you look because you need to, or you try really hard not to do the thing you want to do. There are some people out there that it doesn't fucking matter enough to register because they're just talking to the other person. Those people are real and they exist. And so it's really, I'm sorry. It's like, I'm sorry. This isn't about you. It's just the conversation. It's making me really upset. It's really upset to imply that disabled people are so different that there aren't people in this world that have the third option of they're just another person I'm talking to. They happen to be in a wheelchair. They happen to have a fucked up situation going on with their bones or their growth or whatever it is. That is the struggle of disabled people every damn day. And it's just hard to hear that third option wasn't even something that was thought of. It was just one or the other. I look or I don't. And that's just, it's like, I don't even, it's just hard because I know that a lot of people think that there's those only two options. And that's just hard. Like, I have an autoimmune disease that affects my skin. And a lot of times you probably don't even notice because I wear sleeves to cover it. And I try and cover it when I can. Because I know that for most people, that's going to be what they're constantly looking at. And I won't even be there anymore after that. It's just going to be my disease in the room, not me. I have a friend with the exact same condition. He wears way more like shorts, tank tops, and a lot of his skin is covered when he has flare-ups. And he talks about the constant ridicule when he's on the subway, and it's like that's all stemming from the same sort of thought process of this isn't a person anymore. This is a person with a physical issue. And it's really hard to walk around knowing that all the time. Just like any sort of marginalized group. I mean, a Black person moving to a very racist area, which is like the whole country, has to walk around knowing that they don't know which person around them is looking at them as less than just another person.
Mm. Good to have these talks, though.
Yeah.
We get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
People don't think about ableism, I find.
No.
Not at all. They don't have a real clear understanding of what it is.
When I think of ableism, I don't think of what I'm talking about as ableism.
What you're talking about
is just a out of place like thing that you're not used to seeing.
Have you ever seen interviews with Black women who talk about how exhausting it is that there are so many people that ask if they can touch their hair?
Yeah, well, that's crazy.
It is pretty much the same thing.
I'm not asking to touch the guy's leg, though.
I'm not talking about the touching. I'm talking about the audacity of their bodies being there for someone else's curiosity. Like, your body is not disabled from my perspective. Like, you don't have a visual disability, a visible disability as far as I can see. But at some point, if you had one, you would get tired of it being everyone else's spectacle.
I'd probably just bring it up right away, get it over with.
Some people do. Some people do. That's true. That's a thing that
because I know
totally
that's probably
happens.
a curiosity thing. It's like of course, if you see something out of place, you're gonna be like, "Hey, what's that?" It's just a
that
brain
must get
thing.
exhausting after.
It's
a
not
while.
like you're
Yeah, but I
trying
also
to do
think-
it. You know,
I also think Sarah's point is that also too is that we need to stop thinking of it as something that's out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know the words for it. I'm not good. With
I know
words.
exactly what
I'm
you're
just
saying.
telling
You're talking about things that are
I'm telling
out of
you,
the
like,
ordinary
if
for
you
your
saw
everyday life.
a fucking crack on the TV, you'd look at it and say, "That's not supposed to be there."
Right.
I'm not used to seeing that on the
you're
TV.
Noticing something.
That's
different.
all I'm saying. Like, you're just noticing
But-
something that's
Are you talking about, like,
not
looking
normal.
at something
that
and
you're
registering
used to
it?
seeing being normal. Like,
But it's not. Yeah,
I'm not
it's not
saying
normal
it's
to
like
you.
not normal as a human condition. I'm just saying it's not normal to you because you're not used to seeing it.
Right.
That's what I mean when I say normal.
So
Yeah, but
is
that's
it bad
gotta
to
be
recognize
exhausting.
That's all I'm saying. Like, it's not like you're dwelling on it or anything. You just, what's the etiquette for
Well,
it?
if you
That's
were
all.
having a conversation with your friend, you said the entire time you were just trying not to look, then it does sound like that is like taking up all
I mean,
of
I'm
your
exaggerating,
headspace.
but like, yeah, I don't look at it, is what I'm saying. I actively don't look at it out of
But I
respect
mean-
for it.
I feel like you are
I'm trying
going
to make the guy feel better, like by treating him just like a normal person, but by not looking at it, I feel like I'm not treating him like a normal person because a normal person would be like, "Hey, what the fuck is that?"
Well, I feel like
Like,
your
I
brain
don't
would
know.
register something, but like if I see somebody with a disability, I'm just like, oh, they have a disability. Okay. And now we're talking. Now we're having a
But you
conversation
you
that's
Yeah,
know
I
different.
it's
think that's what
there.
needs
It's
to
But
like
I
you
happen.
would,
Yeah.
see it though.
but it's not, but it's
It's
like
not
not
like
even a,
you're
it's not even
trying.
a
Right.
I don't
thought that
know.
it's not even a thought that like goes in my mind that I process. I'm just like, okay,
Right.
this is a that's just, okay, there it is. And now we're talking. But it's not like something I consciously like think about, I don't think. Like
I
if
don't
I
think
see
it's
somebody,
abnormal. I don't think it's abnormal to register that something that you're noticing something that is
yeah,
out of the ordinary in your
You'd
everyday
have to
life.
be
But I think that
unconscious to not
but
notice
if
it.
you're asking what the right thing to do is, I don't think noticing is the problem.
yeah, I don't
I
think so.
think it's what you do next to that is or isn't the problem.
And I
Yeah.
think that's well, I always want to
And
know what the etiquette is for that.
here's what the etiquette is. I'm going to give you, and I'm going to get a guess here. However the hell you would look at me, just look at that person the same way.
Yeah.
Look
Well,
up, look down, look away, make eye contact, don't make eye contact, just do whatever.
I mean, imagine if you
dude,
were
if I
talking with a
notice something wrong
friend.
with
I'm
my
gonna be
friend, I go,
honest.
"Hey, what's wrong with you? What
There's a
happened?"
lot of
Right.
people with disabilities who have experienced being around a lot of people who are nervous around people with disabilities. And
Okay.
to me, this sounds like an example of someone who gets slightly awkwardly nervous around someone with a disability. I mean, this is a reason why a lot of people don't even want to talk to someone with a disability because they feel awkward. And
Right, but I could see him struggling with trying to figure out what the right thing to do is.
See, I was never nervous. I was more curious of what the etiquette is. Like,
Just
I
talk
don't
to them like a
like.
normal person. That's all. It's okay. Like if your friend walked in the room and they had a broken arm, you would
I would
notice
look.
that cat. You would notice it. You would
Yeah,
say, okay, they have a broken arm.
I would
But
look
then
and
you would
say, "What
still talk to
happened?"
them.
Yeah, but there is a difference though between somebody walking with a cast with a broken arm
I
and
guess,
somebody
yeah.
who's like if I see somebody in a wheelchair, I go, that's likely a permanent thing. But like if it's like my buddy and he like went to play football yesterday and he wheels in on a wheelchair with a broken leg, that's different. I'm gonna be
I
like, dude, what the
guess,
fuck
yeah,
happened to your leg? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like if if somebody has something potentially chronic going on,
Yeah,
I think what we have to do is we have to register that differently and be like,
think
oh,
about it
okay,
like if you were a kid and you saw somebody in a wheelchair, you would be like, "Hey, what happened?"
kids are different.
Those
though,
kids
right,
are,
Sarah.
yeah, those kids are fuckheads. Times.
so, I mean, I'm not talking for the disabled world. Like, there's people that are fine with being asked questions. There's other disabled people that are sick of being asked fucking questions. How I feel about that doesn't matter. When it comes to kids, typically, two things are different. When a kid asks you about your disability, whatever your answer is about it, they immediately accept it and are totally cool, and then immediately are just normal with the rest of their time with you talking. When adults do it, they start needling you. They need to know, like, really private, sometimes traumatic medical information that they would never in a million fucking years ask an able-bodied person.
That's weird.
Our bodies, disabled history is constantly for the picking of the able-bodied community. We have to explain what our disability is. We have to explain why we look the way we do. We have to constantly explain why we're in a wheelchair. Why do our hands look like? Why we are constantly having to be at the bidding of what able-bodied people want to hear from us. Able-bodied people do not have that. You have autonomy, you have privacy, you have respect, where another able-bodied person's probably not going to ask you something that maybe you're uncomfortable talking about, I don't mean uncomfortable talking about your disability, but for a lot of people, talking about their disability is utterly traumatic because it maybe happened from a fucking horrible accident. Maybe someone they love died in that accident. Maybe a million fucking things. But yeah, I'm fine with kids asking me questions about my disability because their response is what I wish was always the response.
I'm
It's
kind of
just
yeah.
normal. It's
I
just like, oh, okay, that's the way it is. Okay, cool. Like that's
Sir, can I ask you something?
I think it was more just comparing like the childlike curiosity that everybody has, but a kid would actually just say it. Like an adult doesn't say it because they know it's probably not right to say it, but they still think it,
that's
you know?
really hard to hear, to be honest. Like I'm not even saying like that I think you're wrong. I don't. And that's why it's hard to hear. Because when I want to talk to someone, I want to believe that they're listening to me completely the way I am to them and not thinking, what the fuck happened to her hands? Why do her hands look like that? Why can't, like, what, can she really not open them? Like, there's no way she can't fucking open
See,
them.
I'll,
Why
I'll
are they
be
so
honest with
big? Why are
you.
they so
The
swollen?
only time I ever thought about your hands was when I went to shake your hand by accident and I felt like a real asshole afterwards. And that was the last time I ever thought about your hands. So I like, for me, like things like that, it's just like, oh, this is happening. Okay. And that's it.
Now, if I thought that you were trying, if I found out that you were purposely trying really hard every time I've ever talked to you not to stare at my hands,
Not at
I
all. I
would
don't think about it.
I would feel like, oh, Pat's not. I thought me and Pat were a lot better friends than friends, where he would have his headspace caught up with my hands when we're having a conversation that I thought
Don't
we
even
were
care.
both
Yeah,
into.
no. Never
Well,
even thought about it.
then just imagine that to whatever other disabled person.
Yeah.
Sarah, how do you feel about people who have sort of immediate gut reactions? Like if you're out in your wheelchair and somebody like meets you for the first time, they go, "Oh my God, why are you in a wheelchair?" Is that offensive, or do you think that's just sort of a gut reaction thing?
Like a ditzy reaction.
Yeah, like a dumb reaction. Like maybe they think you had an accident or broke your leg or something.
So first of all, people that think I broke my leg don't do it if I'm in a wheelchair. If I'm on crutches or if I'm on a cane, the nonstop questions of did I just have surgery is never ending. If I'm in a wheelchair, people automatically think it's permanent, and then they are scared to look at you. In general, people will do everything so there's a phenomenon. It's actually so common that a friend of mine made a shirt for me based on it, which says stop looking at my feet. Because if I'm in my wheelchair, people won't stop looking at my feet. They assume I don't have any, or that whatever, or that they're going to look at my feet and tell right away like that something, whatever the fuck. And it is not a little amount. I mean, it's literally, I went to a mall with someone once.
It's like 90% of people.
Yes. Yeah. My friend was pushing me in a wheelchair. We went in the mall and I told him, I was like, dude, watch when we go in. Just notice people's faces. Everybody will look at my feet. And this is what they do. They go.
They're looking at your legs too, probably.
And it's just you have that happen to you for decades, for the majority of your existence. Your ability to be accepting of people's curiosity when they're not so able to have the ability to accept you as a whole human being. At some point, you're just like, yeah, exactly. Like, you know, I'm tired of people coming up to me and being like, would you be offended if I asked you what's going on with you? To then go into how praying would get me to walk again. Like,
oh my God, I've seen that too.
It's never ending how often those things happen.
I almost fucking straight up backhanded that fucking bitch at the fucking Wegmans at one time, man, when she would not fuck off, dude. And then she got offended when Sarah didn't want to pray. And I was like, yo, you got to kick rocks, lady. Like, you got to fuck off, man.
That's not the only time that's ever happened. It happens a lot. It happens to every single person who's ever been in a wheelchair. That's how much it happens. And the audacity to believe that you think I'm broken is the first fucking problem here. And the second is to assume that maybe I was bedridden 5 months ago and this is a fucking step up from that. Maybe, like, you don't know where I'm at in anything. Like, I don't need your fucking weird ad hoc medical advice. That's like a total sidetrack.
Do you think you reach a certain point in a relationship with a friend where you feel comfortable with them saying, "Hey, what's going on with you?" Depending on
I think that
what they
if you
see?
have a friend,
They'll
then
probably know.
sooner or later, like,
Yeah.
there's a thing that's very common, which is that people will be like, we don't have to make your disability your whole life. You don't have to, like, being disabled shouldn't be like your entire personality. And it's a very privileged perspective of, it's an able-bodied privilege, because when you're disabled, it's literally
Yeah, it's
every
minute.
It is
second
your-
of your life.
It is your
How
life,
I
yeah.
sit down in this chair is affected by my disability. How I'm going to stand up requires a thought of how I'm going to do it without hurting something. When I go to the bathroom, the way I move, the way I wash every millisecond of my life is my disability. And so when there's people that, like, are your friends, if they're really your friend, they're going to find out, because if they're around you, they can't help but notice what is every second of your life. Like, Pat didn't know that I have hand problems because I sat him down one day and I was like, I have to break the news to you, Pat. He knows because we've hung out and he's been around me and he's experienced my experiences by sitting next to me when I'm dealing with my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the amount of people that have grabbed my hands and tried to pull my fingers open after I tell them my hands don't open.
Oh yeah.
What?
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
people
constant.
can't
Yeah.
believe me.
Insane.
Yeah.
That's real life.
Yeah. Big time real life.
That's,
Yeah.
that's
I
a little
don't-
invasive.
Same with another person who I said that my arthritis makes it that my arms don't straighten all the way, grabbed my wrist and yanked my arm as hard as they could and immediately screamed in pain and burst into tears. That was my ex-mother-in-law.
What
I would
the
start
fuck?
tasing people.
Yeah. For real.
I would start tasing people. I don't know what I would do. Pepper spray,
This is bear spray.
bear mace.
Bear
full
mace.
circle. That's insane.
Yeah.
To have the audacity to, like, touch somebody
Holy shit.
and then
Yeah.
yank them.
And the audacity really is that I don't believe what you're telling me about your own body. I know your
Yeah.
body better than
You do. That's
Right, yeah.
crazy.
Which is
That's
exactly what people that say, if you pray, you'll be better. If you do yoga,
no.
you'll be better. If you eat this, you'll be better. It's like,
No.
stop telling me my body better than me. Don't you think I
Yeah.
have fought my medical fucking issues more than anyone else on earth?
Yeah, that happened to me in the hospital with the broken knee, actually. The nurse tried to fucking straighten my leg out while I'm sitting there. And she didn't even look at the x-rays. She didn't even look at the fucking x-ray. And
She's
she
like,
tried to
"Stop being
fucking
a
move my leg.
pussy."
I was like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna straighten your leg. I was like, no,
No.
you're not. I was like,
Yeah.
you know what's even going on? And
I
she
would've
said,
kicked
I was
her
like,
with the other
you're gonna
leg.
stop. I
Yeah.
was like, you're gonna stop. And I moved her hand. I was like, you're gonna stop. I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
Don't fucking touch me because you don't know what's going on. And then she came back and had the audacity to say, oh, you were right. I saw the
Whoopsie
x-ray.
daisy.
I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
whoopsie.
really?
Right.
That was
You're
almost
from
a
my lawyer.
disaster.
Jesus.
Like, holy
crazy.
shit. That was probably the worst pain I had throughout the whole experience was when she fucking touched it and didn't know what the hell was going
I
on.
would fucking request
Man.
that you have a different nurse. I'd be like, yeah, you can't come in here anymore.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh my, I was screaming bloody murder when she did that.
how are we still just, like, touching people without their permission?
Disabled people are often seen as not fully people. Like, they
Yeah,
don't
people will
have,
just move your wheelchair without fucking thinking about it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
Yeah,
super
that's a big
common.
thing.
Another thing that everybody that's in
I'm
a
listening.
wheelchair has experienced. People will literally just move your wheelchair to get
From the
by,
way.
or
You're in
like
there.
literally just push you
Push you out.
aside because you are an object. You are not a person. Like,
Well, I mean,
There's
I've done
no-
that to people too.
to disabled people, their wheelchairs are like their legs. They're a body part. Like any
Yeah,
mobility device
yeah.
is a body part. And so when someone does that to me, I imagine them like walking past someone and then just lifting them and moving them and thinking about how fucking weird it would be.
I've done
And
that.
yeah, it's weird.
I
It's
just move
weird.
people out of the way if they're standing in the middle of the fucking thing and they're
Do you
not
know
moving. I
them?
just move them.
Do you know them? Do you know these
No,
people
I
that you
just
pick up?
the random people out in the
Random
world.
strangers?
I just
Yo, if
move
you-
them.
Somebody picks me up, it's on. It's just I'm throwing elbows.
And if they
I'm
say
like,
something, I say, "Well, why are you standing in the middle of everything?"
because it's my fucking
Oh,
business. What I do with what I it's my
No,
business.
when there's when
Wherever
there's a
I
bunch
want.
of people
Why
trying to
don't
get
you-
past you, fuck you.
Well, then why don't they move around? Fuck you too.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you. Get the hell out of the
That's
It's
way.
gonna be a
It's
full-on
such a
brawl
New
in a
York-
minute.
I'm picking you up and I'm moving you.
You're not. You're not moving me. Just that's such a New York conversation. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yo, fuck
too.
you.
Oh,
What's your
man.
name?
Fuck you. That's crazy. I just can't. I'm like, I'm not touching people. I don't want to be touched by somebody I don't know. I thought that was a universal concept, but now I'm beginning to see that it's not, and it's even less so, which is extremely disappointing for people who. It's even less so for people who are disabled.
We don't have autonomy in a lot of ways that people don't consider. For example, most
Yeah.
places still aren't accessible even when they say they are, which means that in order for us to get in and out of places or navigate the world, we essentially have to ask for permission. Whereas able-bodied people have the autonomy to come and go as they please wherever they want to be. They
Yeah.
can use whatever bathroom they can go in and out of buildings, open doors, go up and down stairs, and the world is made for them. They have the autonomy to anonymously, stealthily travel through the world. And disabled people have to ask for permission to exist in the world. And then we
Yeah.
have to explain our disabilities to people. We have to explain why we are the way we are.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It should be law that like every building, every structure in the world, everything should have a disabled advocate that's working to ensure that it's as accessible as possible to everybody, covering as many bases as possible. And I don't know why that's just not a standard thing.
I've
because
seen some
it-
of the worst handicap accessible shit you ever seen in your life.
I've seen
sure.
some
Like
bad
a
So
wheelchair
wait.
entrance that was a step. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's fucking wild, dude.
How
That's
what?
crazy. What?
Yeah, in Asbury, there's a handicap parking spot that's right next to a tree. So
They're all next to a
like,
tree.
If he's driving and I'm using the wheelchair, in order to transfer to the chair, I can't do that because that's where the tree is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
So-
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they're all
it, like,
parked next to
it's-
trees or signs.
The
Yeah.
one thing that I've understood about literally every disabled parking decision, disabled accessibility decision on Earth is that no disabled person had any part in deciding that. Ever.
I can see
It's
that.
like that room full of men who are making decisions on women's rights. It's like
Yeah.
only able-bodied people decide accessibility related things.
Do you ever see
Yeah.
one of those really steep ramps?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Like,
terrifying.
what are
to go-
they? What are you
they're
supposed to do with
terrifying
Yeah,
to go
yeah,
down, dude. They,
Yeah.
like, because when you're in the chair and you're on something really steep, it's almost like being dangled. Like you're looking straight down and you're not strapped in. And like my ex was a real asshole about my wheelchair in the sense
Fuck
that
that
he
guy.
thought it was really fun to run at top speed pushing the chair, which from the perspective of the chairperson is terrifying. And one time he did it and he hit an imbalance in the sidewalk where like one thing was up higher and everything just kept going forward, but the chair, like, it was awful. Like, and the other thing he used to do is because like we would take lots of like walks around the neighborhood with my wheelchair and he would push, he would run really fast and let it go and then run to catch it. And like, it's
That's
just
awful. That's fucked up. I've pushed the wheelchair 1,000 times. I'm telling you, that's the most dangerous fucking possible thing I can think of. Because if there's if there's a stone in the road, you have to be careful with it. Like it's.
Yeah, I don't understand why they don't have like better wheels and shit by now for them things.
There's lots
it's
of
not,
different
that's not
types of
necessarily the problem.
wheelchairs.
It's an affordability
Yeah,
issue.
the
A lot of
cost.
people are making
Yeah.
things that are incredible, and then you have to spend, $6,200 on whatever the fuck, and it's like all of that should be paid for. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of
Yeah,
it should
so
be paid
here's
for.
How much for a wheelchair?
It could be
Ooh, well, let's
thousands.
see.
It depends on the type of chair that
Thousands.
you need. So, like, here's the story of my first wheelchair. I could barely walk. Like, I could shuffle like a couple steps. I desperately needed a wheelchair. I couldn't even walk from the bed to the bathroom. I needed someone to help me, and that was like I don't know, 10 feet. And the insurance company told me that they wouldn't give me a wheelchair because I couldn't not walk completely. So I was beyond poor, and my apartment building was right next to a care home. And one day we were driving past the care home to come to our apartment, and there was a wheelchair by the dumpster, probably because someone had died, maybe. I have no idea. It was like a wheelchair from like the 70s, like those ones that have the hard medical blue leather seats that are
Yeah.
like really
Yeah.
tall up your back, and like the frames of the wheels are like that thin, weird metal. And we like scoped it out for like the whole day to make sure that it wasn't just someone that left it there and then wanted to, because I didn't want to fucking steal someone's wheelchair.
Yeah.
And it was there like forever, and then he went and got it and brought it home, and that piece of shit junk dumpster chair was the best, most freeing, wonderful thing that ever happened to me at the time. It gave me some ability to control my body and not ask for permission to move across the room. And yeah, like wheelchairs come in all shapes, sizes, and very different prices.
Yeah, I have one here for $5,000, one here for 2,800, down from $3,000, two that are almost $4,000.
Here's an interesting little tidbit for
There's no
able-bodied
reason in my
ears.
mind that should happen.
They're
None
considered
whatsoever.
medical devices. Medical devices are a lot of money.
Yeah, they're
Any
marked
kind-
way up.
So
You
here's
can get a mountain
here's a
bike for
little
less than that. That can
Yeah,
do
yeah.
here's a little
100%.
interesting piece of information for able-bodied ears. So there's two different types. There's lots of different types of wheelchairs, but there's two types of wheelchairs that you'll notice mainly. There's ones that have handles on the back for someone else to push, but most people that are disabled, that have been like disabled their whole life, they're wheelchair user their whole life, their backs only go half way up their back and there's no handles, because fuck you, you're not pushing me. Like, this is my chair and I push it. The people that have the chairs with the handles, watch. A lot of them have spikes on those handles and shit like that because of strangers that push their chairs without their consent. It's to stop that from happening. That's how common it is.
Yeah.
Spikes.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
put like those spikes that Rick wears on his wrist, like they'll wrap those around the handles and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not like
so-
hidden spikes to.
Oh my
fucking-
god, that would be the
With, like,
best
blowfish poison.
Dude, if you marketed hidden spikes that come out of wheelchair handles,
Yeah.
you know how much money you would make? You would be like a
I'd be
disability
sued.
hero. You would
I'd
be
be
a
sued.
hero amongst the disabled.
Yeah. You're like, now you can't let go of my wheelchair.
What if the person's just trying to be a little compassionate and trying to help you out? They're like, "Oh, I'll help you." and they're-
Compassion is asking.
Ah, just fucking.
Yeah, yeah.
Compassion is asking.
It's just some dummy. It's
Just
some nice
dummy
stunts.
trying to do a nice thing.
It's like Will Ferrell from Elf. Oh, hey, let me help you with
Yeah,
that.
like some bits just fucking thinks it's the right thing to do. Ends up getting stabbed.
Yeah. A bunch of spines through the hand.
My hand.
And then I could turn around and look at that person and go, listen, okay, I'm trying really hard not to stare at your hands, but they're really sticking out.
You're bleeding everywhere, dude.
Oh, man, that's full circle. All right, I think we got to wrap the show up for the evening, guys. We're way over. Kristen's not here, though. I don't think it's safe to wrap up.
I'm watching my spider friend wrap up a web here.
Ooh.
All right. Kristen, we're going to wrap up for the evening. You're
I'm so
muted.
sorry. Oh, sorry. I was like,
No, you're not. You're
I have to
fine.
use the
You're fine.
bathroom.
I'm just no. It's all good. Whatever. It's fine. But we are gonna go for the evening. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you guys. There we go.
Night, everybody.
Mute and mute Pat. Thank you everybody for watching this evening. We'll be back on next Friday at 9:30. Please follow us on all social media, which is mostly Awesome Talk TV across the board. Sooner or later, we're going to transfer this over to a new YouTube channel that's going to be at Awesome Talk TV rather than the Homebar Productions it's usually at. Maybe I'll do both. I'm not sure yet. But follow us all over the place. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Tune into Awesome Talk and join us in the chat. Live. Every Friday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern on Twitch.